Dolomite. Last one got copyright. I'm kicking like Dolomite.
5 just to be sure.
Hey, one time, you ready? Copyright.
Yeah.
Last one got copyright. Hey.
You know what time it is. Every time I rhyme is just a sign that I'm about to kill. Yeah, it's time for weapon wheel. We got the skill, we got the gains. Don't make me grab it still. I put a hole in one like Abby did to Joe. Yeah, for real. And when it comes to aiming, I don't miss like Master Chief. I'll grab the piece and give your ass a halo just for talking sweet. When it comes to gaming, yeah, you know our team's elite. Check the leaderboards, we run the game. You should pick up your feet. You can't lose them too smooth, just going to admit defeat. And ain't no capping around here, cause like Bond, I keep receipts. The most dangerous, better than these other guys. Try to come for us, what's like between your eyes like Jen Sakai. That's no lie, no prank. I grab the ratchet, no clank, and get my Jiggy mask to show you how Jack Move got his name. Yeah.
Weapon Wheel Podcast.
Look. King of the castle like Cooper, captain of the ship. My name ain't Blandry, but don't make me have to hit the switch. We'll dump you overboard and watch the views. I ain't talking Twitch. Hey yo, Alex, go ahead. Talk to him real quick.
Oh, that Dolomite is my name, and fucking up motherfuckers is my game. Dolomite, motherfucker, you heard her.
Claim it, a strike to claim it. And he got it!
They had the nerve to copyright the guy. It's just the bitches. Hey. Say yo, still putting wheels on the pavement. My game so tight, it's like Jordan 1 lazy. We stay in these gaming streets, ain't no way to be dormant. Hey, a Drake will leave your body uncharted like Lost Fortune. Coco Long scene was cute, hey, and yeah, it served its purpose. But I'm trying to give a detailed description of what a hearse is. I say we flip the switch on these niggas before it get bland. I see a lot of pods jacking the format like Dapper Dan. You hitting the dislike button, you still a fan. Talk slick in the comments and like Dutch, I got a plan. We don't do the sneak diss and that's that stuff that get you banned. Last time we told your ass to squat up, you start telling right. It's like I play with the sliders up. You just got 30 niggas, heard me, the time is up. Since 2015, we been kicking game knowledge up. Dust your boots and join the crew if you wild enough.
Developers.
Dolomite, motherfucker, you heard her.
40 clips, kicking like Dolomite. Hey, 40 clips. Aimed at your fit beam, shotties, so much ammo, it don't make sense. Trying to compete is a sacrifice, die again in your afterlife. I'm taking a road trip anytime you niggas wanna fight. Polygons and body counts, that's all that I tend to like. Any other podcast, a copy or look alike. Hey, and what they say? Hey, what I say? Hey, I put them in the dirt. Tussle get hurt, no face, no case, smashed up like a Jiggy merch shirt. Sliding in that vet, I'm gonna get back, time to pay that debt. It's time for weapon wheel.
Gamer Advantage glasses promote eye health by blocking out harmful blue lights. They are for gaming as well as everyday use. They help to reduce headaches, improve sleep, and are very comfortable. Gamer Advantage glasses are available in prescription and non-prescription, have several different frames and lenses, and are very affordable. Use the link in the description and the code BGHDR for 10% off. Yo, mic check, mic check.
Hello.
Yo.
Chat, let me know if y'all can hear us on this fine Sunday afternoon, I guess. Babe, you could...
Yeah.
Really?
Got that for me?
Oh, I definitely was about to say that. I was.
Hey, you
I
know
was,
better, boy. Yes.
I was telling her to turn down the TV. It was echoing all the way out here.
You messed up with her enjoyment. Close
well, you know, cut that for me. Yeah, definitely wasn't what was coming out my mouth.
Come on.
You might have got cut.
Yeah.
Parappa the Rapper 2, one of my favorite rhythm games of all time, with the golden hat, no less.
I want to play that game, Blander. Should I play that?
You should. The story
I
isn't as good as the first game, but the music is way better.
I heard the PlayStation, the new version's messed up on that game, though.
I know it is for Parappa the Rapper 1 when they remastered it, because you kind of need a CRT for that type of game.
Yeah,
but,
like the inputs, yeah.
Yeah. But Parappa, well, I can't speak on 2 since I didn't play the PS4 release, but the original PS2 game is legit. I like it.
Okay. How y'all doing, man? Kind of a dry week, wasn't it? Pretty damn dry.
Yeah.
So why are we here, BG?
Because we have to. I think the streets say we have to put respect on Gran Turismo's name, even though the main cast doesn't really care about it. I did invite some car enthusiasts, some car sim diehards to come speak. Because we gotta be fair, right? Just because we don't care about it.
BG about to zone out for that whole segment.
Hey, man.
Wow.
Niggas about to be
Triangle strategy, Halo, Elden Ring. Yeah, that's good things to talk about.
A few things.
Fuck.
Elden Ring.
The fuck
Hey,
going
man.
on?
Hey, man. It's a great time for gaming, but it wasn't like a great time for gaming news or anything like that. But the gaming right now. Listen, man.
Isn't gaming what's the most important though? Everyone.
Exactly,
man.
man.
There you go.
Coming together as gamers to break bread.
There you
I thought
go.
you said you had 2 Gran Turismo guests. What's going on, BG?
Oh, coming together.
There you go.
Somebody has a weird ass name in here, but
What's the name?
That's Hardhead.
Yeah.
What's his name?
What's going on?
GT7 Dick Stiff.
Yeah, Dick Stiff, like stick shift, Dick Stiff. You get it?
Oh, okay, I like it.
You be shifting your dick.
Hey, when I got to, dog.
That's the energy y'all on today.
Times is
Okay.
hard.
Okay. Let's see
Hey,
what
what
type
happened? I
of.
thought you said you had 2 other Gran Turismo guests. What's going on?
Well, Stealth. He probably knows. He's got a wealth of Gran Turismo knowledge, way more than you, Hardhead. I ain't trying to start nothing.
Is his
I
dick
believe
stiff?
you. I believe you.
And the other dude said he was coming, but he's not here, and he didn't answer me in the last hour. But he said he was coming on, but I guess not.
Was it Jay God or somebody? Or
No, I told Jay God he can come on right now also, but it was this other dude who's.
Jay got last week. What the hell? Yeah.
It's
No,
because
that
Jay
was a
God
few
said
weeks
he
ago.
has questions about the game. Jay God don't even have Gran Turismo. But
He has. I think he
gonna
has
come
criticisms about it more than questions. But hey, man, listen, any nigga that can talk about Gran Turismo, nigga, you can come on because the rest of us ain't gonna be talking about it.
But
Yeah,
does
all
he
I'm
have
saying is
GT4
we're about to have
cameras?
people on podcasts criticizing the game they never played. When it happened on Last of Us, y'all had different energy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, but he plays racing sims, bro. Listen, man, I reached out to several
And he
pros.
doesn't have 7. It's that simple.
I reached out to several pros, several GT pros, and some of them couldn't make it. Some of them could. Hey, man, I tried.
is there even a lot of people in the community playing GT7? Like, I
Yes.
see way more
Yes.
Elden Ring than I do.
There's definitely a
There's
lot of
some
people
people-
playing it.
There's a lot of people in the community.
Some
playing
people are
Gran
trying to make.
Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop thinking because yes, a shit ton of people are playing Elden Ring. That don't mean nobody. Like Gran Turismo has an insane fan base. Like
I'm
that
not
thing.
saying I'm just saying, does that fan base exist
So why you
within
couldn't
our
find nobody to
community?
talk about?
Oh, in
Yes.
our community,
We've been,
yeah, it
we've been
does.
passing around PSNs to each other so we can see each other on the leaderboards.
Yeah, they're
in
definitely in the
different
community.
Discords in this community, in different DMs on Twitter in this community, even just in the Weapon Wheel Discord. Everybody been passing around their PSN so we can all see each other on the Discord. There's a lot of people in this community playing Gran Turismo.
Yeah, what's his? I invited what's the name, but he said he was in Germany or some shit.
How come PlayStation gamers pass out their PSNs? That's new to me.
Oh
Oh
man,
yeah,
That-
Hey man,
We ain't scared, bud. We ain't scared.
we different over here, man. We different, man.
oh man.
all right. Well, I don't think we should be here too long. We got out of here on time last week. This week we should definitely get out on time because I got all of like maybe 10 topics. Okay,
Early
So-
as shit.
yeah. Let's
Man, that
let's
sounds
get.
like a lot.
No, it's really not. We're going to fly through most of these. Let's get these intros going. This is Weapon Wheel Podcast, episode 313. We're on all your favorite audio streaming platforms, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, all that good shit. We appreciate everybody that supports the Weapon Wheel Patreon and hits the join button to become part of the channel memberships. You get access to the Discord that way. And links are in the description for all of that. If you want to submit a video to be featured during the podcast, like what you're seeing right now, some parappa to rapper, just click that link in the description. You can then drag and drop. I'm actually I got back late from seeing Batman, so my actual video for the entire podcast is still literally still rendering right now as we're doing it. So this parappa to rapper is gonna be on loop and repeat until.
Nice.
Until it's done.
I got to send you my GT footage. Damn.
Yeah. All right.
How'd you like the new Batman?
I will say it's vastly overrated from the reviews, but it's not bad. I really thought this was gonna, trump Dark Knight or vastly, trump, Batman Begins, but I don't think it does. I would say I would probably put it slightly over Batman Begins, but nowhere close to Dark Knight. Nowhere close. Not even the same.
The thing, you got to give it time for a sequel to make the comparison to Dark Knight, because the Dark
Knight That is absolutely true.
The question is it better than Batman Begins?
See, okay. As the first movie in what's supposed to be a trilogy, I would say I enjoyed Batman Begins more. I did.
Wow.
Did you just say you put the Batman over Batman Begins and then you put Batman Begins over the Batman? Did I hear that right? Or
Yeah, he did.
No.
BG Movie Reviews, everybody.
What are you talking about? No, you asked me what did I like more, right?
No, I could have swore you said that.
You said one was better, and then you said the other one better.
Then you changed your mind and said it wasn't.
No, I said Batman. I said Dark Knight is definitely better than it, right?
No,
and
you said the Batman is better than Batman Begins, and then you just said
you
Batman
said slightly
Begins
better, and then you said the other one.
I said maybe slightly better, but I'm not convinced. It's one of those things where it's not clear in either direction.
Oh, brother.
Like you can definitely make certain cases like this part of the movie was better than that part, but it's not clear. Like I'm very much in the undecided about which one is actually better. I'm saying I could give one of them the edge. Either one could take the edge. That's what I'm saying. It's not clear. Got it? Okay, cool. All right, let's do these intros. Bond.
So everybody, quiet week. A lot of Elden Ring, and met Freddie Mitchell over the weekend too.
Oh,
Freddie Mitchell?
Eagles legend Freddie Mitchell?
Yep.
The brick hands Freddie Mitchell.
Fred X, first down Freddie. Yo, he is short, man. I looked it up. He's 5'11". I'm 6'5", so I'm like half a foot taller than him.
Interesting. Okay. Jack.
Mr. Jack Move.
Nigga got kidnapped? Oh, he went on mute. You go, Smoove.
What's up, everybody? It's the best butt. Tarnished Smoove. How you guys doing?
All right.
I'm doing pretty good though, to answer your question, Smoove.
During the podcast, what'd you say, BG?
I said do your intro.
Hello everyone. I can assure you this week will be a better podcast than last week, but last week will be a better podcast. How you guys doing?
Most likely. All right. Hardhead.
What's going on, y'all? It's Hardhead. I'm mostly just here to speak on Gran Turismo.
Yeah. Blandrew.
How's it going, everybody? I'm working on a video for Project Triangle Strategy, so check out the channel. I think I'm gonna start reviewing every game that I just beat, make it a lot easier for the channel. But let's have a good podcast.
That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to be like these other reviewers that review games you don't beat.
Still 4 videos of your Blandrew?
Hey, Blandrew, you played that Kirby demo, right?
Nah, not yet. I'm waiting for the full game. I was on Triangle Strategy mostly. I heard it's really good though.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. And Stealth.
Yo, y'all know what it is. Y'all know why I'm here. 34 hours strong in GT7. Gonna keep it going all week, baby.
All right. If we have time at the end of the podcast or maybe in After Dark, I can go in. We can talk more about, the Batman and why I don't.
I'd rather not.
I'm just saying, because some people definitely capping about a lot of things. But let's talk about games for now. First thing we're gonna touch on. Let's talk about well, not really talk about. Let's laugh at it. Let's laugh at Babylon Falls. Came out. It dropped. Nobody cared.
Great game.
Nobody played it. It had. It's might be a 51 on Metacritic. Made by Platinum Games, by the way, if you didn't know.
It got to a 51.
I thought in the 40s last time.
Maybe it is. Who knows? It's a complete flop and failure, is the point. It had at peak. It had 650 concurrent players on Steam, which means on any given Sunday, this podcast has more people watching it than a Platinum Games game has people on Steam playing it.
It's got a 41 on Metacritic, by the way.
Tragic. Shout out, Square Enix sent this game out clearly to die. I don't know why you would launch at the very beginning of March with all them heavy hitters. Like, yeah, I just don't understand what they did. Imagine spending years of your life on a game and it comes out and 600 people play it. You know how like bro, you might as well take the longest road down Niagara Falls, bro. Just like, come on, bro. Like, what is this? What were they trying to do?
No wonder they've been talking about Xbox and Phil Spencer's entire time. They knew Doom was coming. Oh man.
Huh?
Oh well, Platinum has been very, how they've been in the news, vocal, like, hey, we're open to acquisitions and we want to work on this game because they knew they had this bullshit game called Babylon's Fall that was finna flop, and they wanted to put themselves in the news for other reasons versus what that game may or may not do.
You think that's what's going on?
Okay.
You know what I think is happening?
They're flopping on purpose to get acquired.
Oh my God, you were thinking the same thing as I thought.
I know where you were going, sir.
We're going to put out a shitty game. We're going to be at our lowest, so people going to try buying.
Yep.
Why would they want to do that, though? Their main thing was wanting to be independent in the first place. That's why they left Sega, Nintendo, and all these other publishers.
Times changed, Landrew.
Yeah. They were. He was literally, about to give Phil Spencer, the double-handed Cobra the other day. So times definitely changed. They want to be acquired. Hey man, y'all know he was trying to do. They at Phil Spencer door, willing to do anything and everything to get acquired. So times is rough for them.
Okay.
Times is hard. Yep. I mean, but I'll welcome Platinum in open arms. If they want to, come over to the Xbox side. Yeah.
Y'all can have them bums.
Damn.
Ain't even
like I said, who was the one that put out Crossfire X?
Smilegate and Remedy.
That was Remedy.
And remember I said a few weeks ago that Remedy is nothing but the Japanese version of
Oh shit.
Right again.
And it got
right
liked
again.
Wow, that's crazy. Wow, Bon.
I called that shit.
I got to give him credit for that. That's kind of actually insane.
Okay.
Give me my props for that one.
Okay. Moving on from that, Halo. So, Smoove, you let me know what where on the panic meter from 1 to 10 you think people should be about Halo Infinite's multiplayer at this point. I'm
the bad person to ask because I don't think anybody should be panic about Halo Infinite. I know what the news came out that they're going to be that co-op won't be there at the start of season 2. Which is but they still plan to release it sometime in the season 2, which means that could be anywhere between June through August or September, wherever that
after May, yeah.
Right, but it's going to be after May for sure. I'm not really worried about it. I don't see myself playing the Halo Infinite campaign again in co-op. I already beat the game, unless it's going to come with a new set of achievements. Now, if that's the case, then yeah, I'll play that when that happens. But
did they delay Forge 2 also?
No, Forge has always been a season 3 target. So
okay.
Yeah, when they first announced that co-op wasn't launching in the game, they said they gave their targets. They said they want to do co-op with season 2, and they want to do Forge with season 3.
Oh, this
so.
BG, check the Discord and put that on the screen, please.
Sir.
But
Okay.
Forge is already in flight, so some people already have access to the game. With Forge mode, so that's promising. But as far as what they're doing, I mean, we're getting new maps and whatnot. It's not a whole lot, but honestly, I don't think it's a big deal. I think the reaction and like the whole doom and gloom that everybody's like sort of protesting for this game is taking precedent than overall than what's actually going on with the game. The game is not bad. It's not in bad shape. It's just been a slow burn with some of these things that people.
Whose stats are these?
Smooves.
Oh man, why you outed?
What is it? What is this? He went to.
He put your stats on screen.
Don't look at the stats. Look at the 3 weeks ago.
What about 3 weeks ago?
That's the real thing.
Well, imagine 3 weeks ago. Okay, that's still under a month. It's fucking March. Didn't February had a ton of fucking games come out?
Just saying, I thought this was the multiplayer game of all games. Not
no, I said Halo Infinite was game of the year because it was my game of the year. I enjoyed the campaign. I still play it. It's just that now I'm obviously playing Elden Ring. The thing is, Halo is not. I don't get that. I played Halo 5 Guardians for about 6 years. It wasn't all every day in, day out. I played it. I was like, I'm in the mood to play Halo. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be playing Halo Infinite for about 5 years. Long as there's still breath coming out of my body, I will be.
What a commitment!
What if you die before then?
Well, then obviously, I mean, then that's not the case. But the problem is that like he's showing off these stats. Like, I mean, look up some other games I haven't played in 3 to 4 weeks. It's like I don't understand that. I really don't understand that. When I get done.
Because like we said, if this was Factions 2 and this was BG, the whole internet would say he ducking, he one and done, the game came and gone, the game dead, BG ain't playing, BG put down another game.
But you can't say I put down a game. I have like fucking like, I don't know, was 6-7 days in the game? Like what the hell? That's it, like the game ain't going nowhere.
You want to know? Oh, it is going somewhere. You want to know what my friend told me? He said,
"What did he tell you about?"
This is what they call it Halo Infinite because it's going to take an infinite amount of time for it to ever be finished. They said that they had a 10-year roadmap. What they didn't tell you is it's going to take them 10 years to actually finish the game.
Oh man. So what do you think about this move?
Oh, by the way, in addition to that, the lead multiplayer designer has also left 343. I usually don't make a big deal about individuals leaving. And like, it's one person. I'm not that guy. But in the wake of the the multiplayer lacking, I do think it might mean something.
Now, the problem with this is this, like, you got to understand, like, the all-time peak for Halo was only 1/4 of what a so-called niche game in Elden Ring was. Like I said before, Halo don't have the staying power it used to. 343 is trash. It's over. I mean, look, Battlefield's over. Medal of Honor is over. Titanfall is over. A lot of good franchises come and go. This is the end.
Smoove.
I'm here's where I'm not going to agree or disagree with Bond right now. How things look, it doesn't look good, but in my personal opinion, I think 343 and Halo Infinite is fine. We've seen many franchises turn around. We can all just reference, what happened with Rainbow Six. There's games. I mean, even Fallout 76 has legs. It does. It has.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Come on, bro. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro.
Bro. Halo is supposed to be the apex of what Xbox has to offer.
But that's clearly not the case because Halo at the point was out of commission for a while too, so they let too many franchises.
343 is trash. Meanwhile, Bungie is putting out, what is that shit called? The Bitch Queen?
Bungie's not. I don't think Bungie. I don't look at Bungie as like, oh my god, like look at what they're doing. Still don't think whatever Bungie would be doing would be, because remember their Halos were getting bad as well. Not bad,
No,
but
they weren't.
Yeah,
what Halo did Bungie make that was bad?
I mean, Halo Reach wasn't the best Halo.
Halo Reach is when they started leaving and 343 started coming in.
Which I think
that's why we said Halo 4 was going to be trash.
What y'all think is more relevant? Gears at this point or Halo?
Gears.
Because I hear people talk about Gears like it's
Halo.
actually a lot less relevant. Like it's not that big of an IP. Like I actually think Gears. I actually think it's Gears though.
The next Gears comes out, it's going to do a lot better than Halo.
I hope so for the sake of Gears. I personally like Gears over Halo. I love Halo, but Gears was I was able to grow. I had to I joined Halo late, but I was able to get in with Gears day one. So
I feel like I've only heard people ever complain about Gears ever since 3 ended. Like this whole modern day trilogy, the new age trilogy of Gears has been getting nothing but complaints, but now everybody loves it all of a sudden. It seems.
No, they don't love it, but they just think it's going to be better than Halo. The reason why these franchises are getting complaints is simple. They should both be dead. Epic moved on.
I agree.
Like, let's be real. With the Coalition 343 is your stepmom remarrying your dad. It ain't your real parent.
Wow.
Shout
out to dude who sent me the Pajama Sam gameplay. This is a OG game. If you
don't shout that out.
What do you mean? This is a classic. Hey, listen,
my goodness.
You were severely neglected as a child if you did not get to play this game, this classic. Okay,
it's trash.
All right, this was a pioneer in learning experiences. Okay,
Of all the games that were out in the 90s, I had a plethora of games to choose from, and I was not playing no Pajama Sam.
And that's exactly why your GPA is 0.9, Blandrew, because you weren't playing this.
Sir, I graduated college with a 2.8.
Oh my!
Got my bachelor's in design management. Respect me.
Stop the presses, nigga. Send this nigga to Harvard immediately. Like, hold up. 2.8. Okay.
Dox him.
Pajama Sam is a classic. I just want to shout it out. Like, I think he sent me this acting like I wouldn't use it. Like, nigga, I'm definitely going to use this joint. Don't sleep on this. This joint heat.
It's fire. Talk to him, BG. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Stop playing with this point and click
Wait, Jack,
masterpiece.
Jack, who are you supposed to be mimicking right now?
I don't know. I'm just whoever sounded like that. Fuck it.
You've been keeping that spicy voice on for like the past 20 minutes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Have you going, dudes?
Good. Yes.
Oh man. Well, I don't want to rag on Halo. Well, let's throw Battlefield in there because Battlefield 2042 currently has fewer concurrent players on Steam than Battlefield 1, 4, or 5. What an absolute failure!
I'm not surprised by that.
Absolute failure.
Is Battlefield dead, bro? Oh,
absolutely. You mean the franchise as a
yeah. Absolutely.
Ooh, that's a tough. I think
there's two flops in a row.
I think
2,000 people playing and it only had a peak of 100 grand.
I think you got to take at least 6-7 years off. We might not get another one for a long time if they decide, because it's not Battlefield, right? It's not that people aren't interested in Battlefield. That's not the problem. EA, DICE, they just fail at making it recently. The last 2 games, they just failed to make a good one. Because when they've made a good one, look like people play it. It's a sad time when your sole purpose is to do one thing as a studio, and you it's like you forget how to do it. Like, oh, how do we make Battlefield again? Like, this is what we are literally here for. How do we do this? Like, how does that happen? You had one job. Like when studios literally focus on one IP, one franchise, and then they start to fuck it, I'm like, bro, you have one job. You're not making different types of games. You're making one thing. How do you, like, it's just bad, bro. But we're not seeing another one for a long time. Because they're gonna try to save this. There's no saving it. They're gonna try to save it. And then they're gonna take a long time to reevaluate what they want to do next. So I don't know, man. It's tragic, man. I'm sad.
Who would have thought a year where 3 of the biggest hitters in FPS were coming out, 2 of them would be dead?
Yeah. That's why it's time for Sony to drop these live service bangers.
Oh my
yes,
God.
sir. There is a vacuum happening right now in the industry for multiplayer games. Okay, it's time to bring back Killzone. It's time to bring back Resistance. It's time to bring back SOCOM. Okay, because Battlefield is dead. Halo's dead. There's no Call of Duty next year. Sony, now is the time to shine.
Before you get into this, you want to hear something really crazy?
No.
What?
Well, Andrew will love this one. In the year March of 2022, fucking Splatoon is more relevant than Halo or Battlefield.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Oh,
A prophecy foretold of this.
Splatoon 3 hype is at an all-time high.
imagine that. Splatoon is more relevant than Halo and Battlefield.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man.
How much does Splatoon 2 sell?
Few million, probably.
It's over 10 million.
There you go.
I think it's like 11 or 13 or something like that.
Oh, this is random, by the way, right? So you know how everybody's always singing the praises and doing quadruple backflips, doing quadruple backflips and all and figure eights over Breath of the Wild, right? Long, because Zelda obviously long running Nintendo IP, probably. Only less popular than Mario, you would say Mario is still more popular than Zelda, right? As a franchise.
Not currently, Mario Kart is, but Breath of the Wild has sold more than Mario Odyssey.
But so, with how many people like act over this game, I'm thinking like, because I never looked it up, I'm thinking Breath of the Wild at this point sold like something like in the mid 30s or 40 million. Breath of the Wild, which is not bad, has only sold 25 million copies. Right. But hold on, Blandrew. Here's where I'm going with this, right?
Here we go with this.
Here's where I'm going with this. There's several PlayStation IPs that have sold close to 20 million, at least 15 million, and some of these are new IPs. Yeah, bro, Horizon is a new IP and it sold 20 million. Bro, Zelda is a very long-running, critically acclaimed, beloved franchise, and it only sold 5 million more than a brand new IP. But people act like that's nothing to like even like notice. Like, who cares? Like,
now look, BG, men lie, women lie. Numbers don't lie, but numbers also don't tell the whole story.
Okay, Jay-Z.
Don't tell the whole story, BG.
Okay.
Horizon, for the longest time, for most of its shelf life, was nothing more than like a little Happy Meal prize. It was a bargain bin clogger for like $5.
Where was it a bargain bin clogger, sir?
Horizon has been like $10 for the longest time, BG. Horizon, God of War, Days Gone, those games have been so cheap for years.
So you're shaming PlayStation for actually lowering their prices eventually and praising Nintendo Nintendo for keeping their game $60?
No, but it's like Street Fighter 5. They were bragging about it doing 5 million, and I'm like, the game had multiple releases. You had Street Fighter, then Street Fighter Arcade Edition, then Street Fighter Championship Edition. The game is on PC. The game has been as low as $5. How much is that? 6 million, really, unlike something like Monster Hunter Rise. 6 million in the first month.
So why other games ain't selling 20 million? Every other game gets a price drop.
Like what?
Every game besides the Nintendo game gets a price drop. What do you mean?
Are you talking about in the realm of PlayStation right now, or
talk about any game? You're saying like, okay, it was bargain bin cloggers. It was $5. So was every other game. Those didn't sell 20 million.
No, but those games have more of an appeal for you guys. There's a reason that they call it the PlayStation template games. They know those are the type of games you guys will buy, unlike a Gravity Rush, unlike a Everybody's Golf, unlike Ape Escape, Knack, and things of that such.
But do you get my point? But do you get my point that a brand new IP sold 20 million and an established beloved franchise that people say is the greatest thing ever sold 25 million? I'm not trying to like downplay Zelda. I'm trying to say, where is the credit that Horizon did that and is so close to Zelda in sales? That's what I'm saying.
Elden Ring got this man hurt. You hear this, Blandrew?
I'm not. I'm just.
I do.
Listen, the way people talk about Zelda, I just thought it sold 40 million. That's my point. That's all I'm saying.
If the game was $5, it would have sold 40 million. Does that make you happy, BG?
I don't. But Nintendo fans are the most loyal fans out there. So what is a price to Nintendo fans?
What?
$5, BG.
What is a price to Nintendo fans are the most loyal fans out there? Didn't Animal Weirdos sell like 50 million? What does that game sells at?
Animal
30 million in a year.
30 million in a year. Breath of the Wild been out what, 4 years?
Yeah, 2017.
So what's going on?
Blandrew?
I don't understand what BG's whole what your thing is right now. Like,
like I said, 20 million new IP. The way people talk about Breath of the Wild as being this greatest game ever, niggas can't keep Breath of the Wild out their mouth when it comes to any reviews. When it comes to any game that gives you even a tiny little bit of crumb of freedom, reviewers can't keep Breath of the Wild out their damn mouth.
Yeah, because the game was revolutionary in what it was doing with the world and everything.
Okay, it's revolutionary. It sold 25 million. I'm just saying.
What's your point?
The way people talk about it, I thought it sold like 40 or something, or like. All I'm saying is I thought it sold more, Blandrew. That's all. I'm not knocking it.
What about the way people talk about Souls games? Those games aren't selling nearly as much as people talk about them. The way people talk about Persona 5, you would think that game is selling
Blandrew, you might want to hold your tongue on that one because it looked like Elden Ring's numbers might be something crazy.
But I said the same
beforehand.
But I said the same thing to Jack in this podcast. Like I was shocked Persona games only sell like 3 million. Bro, the way people talk about that too, I thought like that shit was selling 10 million.
Amazing for a JRPG.
But my impression, the way people talk about it, the greatest thing since Pants with Pockets, I thought those games sold more too. That's all I'm saying.
But if we keeping it a buck, like, was Persona really that relevant prior to Persona 5?
To those of us that played it, it was.
Yeah, but the fan base didn't blow up until 5. If you really look at it, like there was a bunch of people who wanted to get like Vitas and PS TVs to play Persona 4, but it wasn't to the level of what people talk about.
Persona and Shin Megami Tensei were definitely, like, you weren't hearing about Persona, Yakuza, Nier, and all these things pre-2017. They were games that were continuously just doing okay to bad. So
that's all my point was, Blandrew. I'm not knocking Breath of the Wild, sir. Mm-hmm. I would never do such a thing. I never disrespect the name of the Triad Force.
The Triad Force.
Yeah, whatever the fuck y'all call Link and the rest of them bozos in that world. I love Zelda. No disrespect.
Do you really, BG? Because it sounds like you don't like it too much.
You ain't even beat Breath of the Wild.
Absolutely not. I fell asleep. I spent what's crazy, I spent more time setting up the Yuzu emulator than I actually spent in the game.
You're a fucking fraud, dude.
Because I fell asleep, bro. Like, I'm sorry. But I would never disrespect Zelda. Anyway, let's move on. Blandrew, talk about triangle strategy.
Don't come to this topic later. I'm doing something right now.
Or you didn't play the game.
Or I'm doing something right now.
Damn, he just told you on the podcast.
What are you doing that's more important than this podcast, sir?
Got to go to the bathroom. Excuse me.
Bill. Number one or two?
2, of course. I always do it on this podcast for some reason. BG talking about this Horizon stuff really upset my stomach, so I have to head out real quick.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh, that's run.
Let's. Did anybody buy Shadow Warrior 3? You know that y'all know that came out.
I played it on PS Now.
How was it?
It's discount Doom. That's pretty much all it is.
Mm-hmm.
Discount Doom.
It looks awful on. Well, they don't have a next gen version, so it's
it's only PS4 version, right?
PS5. Visually it's kind of awful, but it's really discount Doom with. It doesn't even have enough character variety or enemy variety. It's like you fighting the same enemies for the first, like, I think I played for like 5 hours and I was like, nah, I can't do this shit no more.
You're probably at the end of the game. The game is about like 5 hours long.
Yeah, I heard the game short.
Some of them levels is kind of long, though. But yeah, it's like the most they do is introduce a new enemy to you midway through each level. And you might not see that enemy more than twice to the end of that level, and then you might never see it again. Other than that, there's nothing really going for the game other than being discount Doom.
Okay.
Unless you invested in a story, it seemed like the cutscenes was pretty all right. I don't know or give a shit about the story though.
And it's a mindless shoot 'em up, and I'm not knocking it for that, but yeah, that's what it is. It's a mindless unga bunga shoot 'em up. I'm actually,
you know that.
Yeah, you know, there's quality unga bunga games out there, you know. So I do plan to try it out eventually, you know. Maybe later in the year.
PS Now, dog.
Oh, I don't got PS Now though. So.
No, how you got that? You got PS Plus, don't you?
Yeah.
Nah, you got the wrong service.
Because Sony
It's not been a better service for like 5 months in a row.
Sony scammed me into PS Plus with false promises.
What was the false promises?
Hey man,
multiplayer games.
Pretty much, you know.
Still on that, huh?
I stacked. You know, you know, like, you know, me being a wise spender. You know, I bought like I don't know what, 10 PSN cards one Christmas or one holiday season. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stack these joints.
That was a wise decision to you?
Hey man, in the long run, because they were discounted. What are they? $50 normally?
Nah, I feel you, BG. I do that too. I got PS Plus until 2026. I got the Nintendo one until 2025, and I got Game Pass until what year is it? I got Game Pass for 3 years. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know, it was discounted, you know, to like $30, and I bought bought a decade of them joints. You know, I was like, I ain't gotta worry. PlayStation, you know, they gonna drop multiplayer games eventually, right? Right? Nah, nigga. they on the way though. They on the way, Jack. You ready for them, Jack? We about to be.
Yeah, man. I'm ready, man.
Yeah, buddy. We about to be on that. We about to be knee deep in the faction streets. Yes, sir.
Out you gone 3 weeks without playing factions.
Oh no, sir. We gonna be. Hey, man, I'm putting my whole foot in it. You know what I'm saying? We about to sleep in that joint. You know what I'm saying?
You think it's a battle royale?
Oh no! Don't say that. I don't. Don't say that. I'm tired of battle royale. I'm tired of battle royale. I don't want that.
What about if it's like Escape from Tarkov?
Hell.
No, that's too semi. I think, right? That's too semi for me.
I mean, but there's a lot of effort put into The Last of Us 2 gameplay, so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they do whatever. Just saying.
Hey, man.
You gotta expect some kind of battle royale or some kind of gimmick that you know people are currently playing right now. Not
that is true. That is true.
I want PlayStation to be unique and stay in their own lane and just, you know, do what they want to do and what their fans want. That's all I want.
You're right. I forgot you the same nigga who want Twisted Metal for some goddamn.
Yes, sir. about to put both legs, but you know, 2 arms, hold my whole body in there, dog. You know what I'm saying?
thought you was about to say something about both legs in the air.
That niggas ain't gonna put his ankles behind his head for that.
No,
joint.
sir. I'm putting both feet in there, dog. Just
I'm playing the sweet tooth. Hop on in. Goddamn. All right, BG. I fuck with it.
throw my whole body in Twisted Metal. All right. Funimation and was it Crunchyroll merged? I don't know nothing about this, but the anime nerds told me this is a good thing. Any thoughts on this?
It's all right. It depends on how you feel about the services, because in my opinion, Crunchyroll, at least as an app, and a service, it was worse than Funimation, and they pretty much scrapping Funimation in favor of Crunchyroll. I know why. It's because, like, as far as international wise, Crunchyroll is a more recognized name, and it has better brand recognition, like positivity. Like, niggas hate Funimation for a lot of reasons. So they just had to choose one. We knew it was gonna happen. It just made sense to happen. They it's more than that. It's like 4 services, because I think Funimation owned another studio. They also scrapping an old app of theirs. It was called Verve. It was basically another Crunchyroll thing, like what they doing now, where they merged a bunch of services onto one app.
Who even likes Crunchyrolls?
Huh?
Excuse me?
When you eat sushi, do you like Crunchyrolls?
I'm not a big sushi guy.
Seems like a weird.
It's good for people who pay
a,
for subscription services, but it's not gonna do nothing to stop those of us who indulge in the 7 C's.
Oh, okay. Okay, so this is a good thing overall. Y'all happy about this? All right, cool. I just wanted to see what the streets were saying. All right. Blandrew, you back from taking a shit? Like, what's going on, bruh?
Nope, still got my ass open, BG. Nah, you ain't back. That was crazy. What the hell? You took your phone in the wild. What's wrong with this dude, bro?
This man really dropping deuces during the podcast. It's really disrespectful, dog. Man taking the whole
time well spent.
Oh God.
Oh, let's talk about Elden Ring.
All right. Yeah.
I got a lot to say about that game.
I just wanted to do a follow up on it.
You're botting, Bond.
I'm botting.
Oh, you're better now.
Yeah. Just want to do a follow up, see what the pulse is on Elden Ring, because it came out last week. People only had a few days at that point. So yeah, what's the vibe?
I'll go first because it's been a while. Let me check my time real quick. 20 hours in. This game is just a Souls game. And literally like Dark Souls, it's nothing new.
Wait. 20 hours? I thought you made me refund it.
I bought it on PS5.
Oh man.
Okay.
So it's literally like there's nothing new. It's just Souls in a nicer, bigger world. Same technical issues, same pop in. I mean, like, again, don't get me wrong, the game's amazing because it is what it is. But again, this is the Nintendo formula. Get a good concept, keep making it over and 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 over. Put a couple new things in, like Ash of War and special abilities and other things, and a horse, and add a couple new things in every time, and people will still be happy. But long-time gamers will eventually get tired of it. But it is what it is.
You tired of it, Bond?
No, not yet. But I haven't played a Souls game in a while. I took a break after Neo. Level 40. I'm a melee build. I do not play like a bitch and throw magic fireballs and firecrackers across the map. Anybody that plays a magic build, you are a bitch.
Ooh,
play
wow.
like a fucking man.
Wow.
Ooh,
You're all up here sitting around here with your fucking acting like you Jubilee from the X-Men, shooting firecrackers and bullshit, summoning a bunch of help and other players to help you. If you summon other players into your game to fight a boss, you're a straight bitch too.
You're
You do not summon help to fight a boss. I
Smoove, I saw Smoove do that.
And you want to fight, but
I saw Smoove do that.
Tell me do what?
Summon people to help you fight a boss. So do that mean that Smoove? Hold on.
I can understand, like, if you're traveling the levels of the land and you want to do it together, that's cool. But like, if you have to actively summon Help to fight a boss here, straight bitch.
Okay, yeah, I feel you on that.
Straight up.
I fought
bitch.
about like 9 bosses, and I think I've had someone maybe twice. Twice or 3 times I played.
So you a bitch.
What level was your character? What level was your character, Smoove?
Oh, I'm like 100 something.
What?
Yeah, I've been fucking going ham on that fucking game. I'm still getting my ass kicked. So
I see.
Wait, no.
It's crazy.
100?
I saw his health bar. His
Back.
health bar was so long it reached the goddamn compass at the top middle of the screen.
Yeah, that one's crazy.
We need an out count. There's no way you level 100 already, dog. Unless you've been like seriously farming like some.
This thing was. All right. So what I do is we get we did the
Nigga, you French? You French? What you mean we?
We French now, nigga. Who is we, nigga?
You rune farm. You farm for runes, and if you keep going in different people's co-op games and have them do the same like things, you double up, triple up on what you can get.
So are you like saying you're going to boss sites or summoning stones and throwing yourself in their game and helping them?
No, I would go. I will be like me and my cousin, me and his friends, me and Addict doing it. Addict would get further in the game, and he'll drop like runes and shit like that. Then I would take those and apply that shit to myself.
So this nigga dropping items for you?
Yeah, you earn those. You earn rune and then you can add multipliers to
Bro,
them.
this is crazy.
This shit's in the fucking game.
So Addict is enabling you. He's enabling you and assisting you in these evil works.
He's enabling me and assisting me with runes or places to get them. So
get it yourself.
I'm like, all right, cool.
Do it yourself.
Nah, though he's literally picking up runes in his game world and then giving them to you, dog.
No, because I go into his game world and then I bring him into my game world and we do the same shit.
So y'all.
So are you still struggling with the game or?
Yeah, the boss fights they don't get any easier. I'm getting my ass whooped by that fucking the tree sentinel outside of that castle, the dragonic tree sentinel. He's been a fucking problem for me. No matter where my health, but I'm literally contemplating respecting my character so I can mage him to death because I'm a melee.
Oh my god.
Well, Bob, I feel your ass.
Fucking bitches, man. Shooting firecrackers.
Oh man.
Oh god.
Man. This man Smoove doing breaking the unwritten rules out here. Hate to hear.
I do find it ironic that a lot of people that play these games consider themselves to be like the most hardcore, mature gamer, but then play the most cowardice way just to beat it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm about to say we do got to gatekeep a little bit when it comes.
That's why I don't claim myself to be a Soul King. Give me.
So just to by the way, I'm making like a man. I'm making fun of Smoove. So here, listen, I don't knock anybody that uses magic, right? If you completely spam magic, I don't do that. I believe in having a balance, right? I believe in just having both, melee and magic options for when you need it, but I'm primarily melee, but I'm definitely going to use magic. Like, ain't no way I'm not using magic. So, but people who go,
at least hold my weapon in magic, some shit like that.
Yeah,
like, I'm not.
That's one thing.
People want to criticize the way somebody plays a game if they put those shits in the
because
game.
You play like a bitch.
I mean, I'm not a magic or anything, or I'm unable to do that shit. But I'm just saying that I don't understand why be mad at it if they clearly put it in the game. They put the class in the game.
Yeah. So listen, man, I don't care that much. I don't care that much. Bond is saying play like a man. I don't care if you play like a woman.
There you go.
Play like a woman, Smoove. But nobody's judging you here. This is judge-free zone. Okay, you could be a woman.
Well, I wouldn't say play like a woman because Luca.
Yeah, I mean, give me Luca's skill.
Let me not. I don't want to. I don't want them to get me out of here. Y'all know what I mean.
Y'all don't even play like women.
Shout out to all the women. I love you. I love y'all women.
Y'all don't even play like women. Y'all play like a regulars.
Wow.
Yeah. You should Smoove. You should do a PvP with Lucas so she could beat your ass live. I'll be fine.
I have no luck in these PvPs. These dudes keep invading my game. Is actually sending me to the fucking shadow realm. Like for real. Like I'm getting sick of it. Like I am getting sick. Dudes come in the middle of a boss fight. Like I don't understand that concept.
You must be like using co-op a lot if you're getting invaded.
Exactly.
Well, I never logged out of the co-op code that we have. Like it just stays on. But the thing is that
you can get invaded even if you have a code on. That don't matter.
Don't you have to have at least 3 people in your 2 other people in your party to get invaded?
No.
I've gotten invaded with one other person.
I fought like niggas by myself with a bitch ass nigga coming in there. And then go on fucking glitch. This dude had some sort of ability where the AI didn't touch him, just not recognize him being there. I'm sitting there in between 3 fucking giants stomping all over me, and this motherfucker just sitting. I'm like, I don't understand that shit.
Oh no, that's just aggro. Like if they was already attacking you, if he don't hit them, then he don't have to worry about them hitting him.
But
that's just
stupid.
aggro.
That's stupid. I think that's really dumb. Dude was sitting there fucking warp. What do they do when they disappear and reappear? That shit. I never seen nobody. I never wanted to hit nobody so damn bad. And I knew I was going to get him because my axe is powerful as fuck. But I couldn't land a hit on him because he kept fucking poofing. That shit had me fucking tight.
Poofing?
Yeah, he kept like disappearing and teleporting.
Poofing. This guy.
Man, had shadow clones out here.
Wow. What any other thoughts on Elden Ring? I haven't started it yet. I'm going to probably within the next month.
That's the biggest problem right now. The fact that you still playing Horizon.
Yeah,
yes, absolutely. I'm 100 hours in and I'm still not tired of it.
Facts. Speak on that, BG.
Ridiculous, dog.
And by the time I get to it, they're probably gonna like release a patch to at least slightly increase the frame rate. I don't expect the lock.
Software.
I don't expect the lock 60.
They don't fix frame rates.
they do. They take a really long time though. They take a really long time, but they usually patch their stuff eventually.
Oh, GamingAddict want to join. He tired of y'all slandering them. Come on in,
GamingAddict. I do want to ask you, Smoove. Dudes in the streets been saying you've been having Addict like fight for you.
Oh no, not fight your battles.
That's not true. No, that's not true. That's just niggas hating because they mad because they see me gloating in here. But no, that's just hate. That's just hate. Like no, I'm not gonna sit there and lie and be like, oh, I played this solo and stuff. Like no, I literally streamed me and Addict fight Margit. That's literally the only boss niggas seen me and Addict fucking play. And and he died before the fucking boss died. I took care of him. No,
that's because yeah, man, you were hitting from behind.
So what? It's the same thing.
This is so what?
Y'all gangbanging these bosses, man. That's supposed to be yours and yours only to take down, Smoove.
Yeah, but the boss is actually harder in co-op. I don't understand why people don't understand that concept.
That's why you gotta
harder.
Because he takes more damage.
They get scaled still.
Ridiculous.
Still, you got still.
At the same time, you can aggro bosses if it's more than one person in there. So one person can just keep aggroing him, and while the other person swings.
Where's GamingAddict? I need to
and you know you have a moral support system. You know, in co-op, like if things are less scary when there's 2 of y'all, you got a support system, man. You're supposed to dolo these things.
When one person can dodge and the other person can hit, oh my God, Smoove! I don't want to hear it.
Smoove, I really don't care. I'm just trying to get on you. I don't care.
But people I don't know. I know people mad because them niggas is stuck playing. They got all these hours in the game. They ain't got a single trophy and shit, and they mad. They see me in here. They see me give out death blows. Now I've literally shared every boss that I beat. And every boss that I beat and shared on Twitter was me solo. The things people see me stream that they see me in co-op, they saw that. So you seen every boss that I beat. Yeah, I'm beating bosses. I got a handful of fucking bosses that I whooped ass.
Talk to them
on solo, so that's not a problem. And niggas is mad because they seeing me doing it. They're like, no. That's why you see Hardy doing that pre-damage control. He see, oh shit, if Smoove do it, I got a video prepared because he knows that if I beat the game, he can shit on the game like, oh, the game is easy. You're not good if you beat the game. And everybody's afraid because they see me doing my damn thing and they can't help it. So now they
doing your thing though.
I'm doing my thing. Yo. I would like to Use a lifeline. Can we get Attic in here?
He's right
Bring
there.
Attic in here.
He's right there.
Where you at? Where you at, goddammit?
Attic, speak to the crowd. Explain why you are helping Smoove, why you're carrying this man. Okay,
not carrying me.
Why are you carrying? You know that little thing. You know when there's two. You know that thing about like there's two pairs. There's two pairs of footprints in the sand, and when Jesus is, and one of them is Jesus carrying you. When it became one, why are you carrying Smoove?
Hold on. If he's carrying me, how am I a higher level than he is?
We just figured that out. You said he was dropping runes.
I'm like other. Now you trying to come at me, Smoove. Like,
I'm not trying to come at you. I'm just trying to say I'm not going to sit there and have them say,
Attic, turn yourself up a bit.
Carrying me to freaking through the entire game. That's false.
Smoove, BG Farms. Smoove, you fucking play the game like a slave. You in the fields nonstop, collecting runes and shit.
What are you there for?
I wasn't ready for that rune shit. That was crazy.
Yeah,
isn't runes currency in the game that you get from killing or fucking finding them?
You tell us.
How many of those special tombs that y'all gone through and beat? I bet none. I'm in there doing that shit, though.
So,
I'm in there doing that shit.
Yeah, Attic.
You're like 120 on your first.
Attic. You're good now. Smoove snitched on you. He said you smuggling runes, to him, making the game easier.
Right, so
That's what.
This is. I'm farther in the story than him. He might be a higher level. I think he's got me about like 20 levels, maybe 10 at this point. I've gotten a few. Like I've been farming gold runes. I've been farming Lord runes. And I've been sliding him a little on the down low. I may or may not have gave some people some good equipment because that's the kind of person I am.
You out here selling product?
Yeah, I forgot. This is the first game where you can give stuff to other people.
Yeah, you couldn't do that in every other game. So let me ask you this: Attic, did you give Smoove any equipment?
No. Nope.
No, I gave him a great dragon shield, but that's all I gave. So
that's equipment. No.
Yeah, but that's a shield that I haven't. Like,
and you know what's funny? Smoove? Did you ever beat the demonic tree sentinel?
No, he's still whooping my ass.
That's where I farmed that boss and got that shield from him.
So Smoove, you getting smuggled paraphernalia and still getting bodied.
Doesn't matter. Hold, if you literally you want to see my fucking map in the shit that I've done?
Okay, Smoove. Let's be real here. Did you beat the dude on the cliffside? I'm pretty sure I co-op that with you.
What dude? Damn. What are you talking about?
The first boss. I'm pretty sure I co-op that with you.
Margarine. I said we streamed it.
Okay, the dude with
the beat Margarine.
The dude with the dragon arm that gets it mid phase. I'm pretty sure I co-op that.
The grafting dude. Yeah, you.
Okay, the chick and the main bosses of the game, Smoove. Like,
what about all these extra bosses that I done fought?
You mean the no name bitches that's in dungeons?
Oh, not the no names, the irrelevance.
Oh,
we call so Attic is literally stealing items from the drug evidence locker, giving it to Smoove, and he literally out there on the streets acting like he the big bad boss, on the streets out here.
Smoove has improved because once he learned how to use that gray shield good, he's been doing pretty good. Like, I don't know if he'll beat the demonic tree sentinel. That dude's a bitch. But the thing is, like, Smoove is just like, you gotta call it, like, you asked me to help you in a cave with a mage. Like, you can't sit here.
That's different, because the nigga had, like, all right, this is a very tight location. No. It's a very tight location, right? And I had about 45,000 runes on me that I was not willing to fucking lose.
45,000?
Yes, 45,000.
That's nothing.
Well,
once you get up,
you gotta remember
level,
he's like
nothing.
level 100 now, so that's one level.
So you got to a cave and you paged this nigga Attic, like you hit this nigga beeper up, like, yo, I don't want to risk this. You got your big brother, pretty much, because the dudes was down the block, and you was like, yo, I don't want to go down this block by myself. You called your big brother, waited for him, and then he escorted you.
Attic, when you got to that cave, wasn't that shit empty and only had one person left?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the dude. And what's funny is like when we got to the boss, like he beat because it was a boss that had 2 people on it. It's like, look, like he beat one of them and I beat one of them. Like, and he like to be fair, he helped me run it back on mine because I wanted that thing. So it's just like, look, like Elden Ring's a good game. It is, and it's the only game that I've ever felt like I actually want to play that game with other people. I've never really caught up with people.
How many times? How many times has Smoove put up the bat signal for asking for your saving?
Just those times that he fought the main bosses. That's all.
Main bosses. Okay.
Yeah, but I've done tombs. I've done a ton. I did the Emerald.
We don't care.
So you did all the side bitch content.
Yeah, but them niggas are still hard.
Oh my god.
So Smoove, what you're saying is you don't have the facilities.
There's another boss. I cleared more than enough bosses on solo, so I'm not really worried about y'all. But
main bosses
doesn't matter, man. Some of these hard bosses. The Tree Sentinel is the hardest boss in the fucking right
is
now.
That like isn't the Tree Sentinel isn't the Tree Sentinel the Golden Knight on the horse?
There's a couple of them, and I beat that motherfucker by myself. I beat that.
What level were you when you beat him, Smoove?
I was a level 30.
I beat that guy like level 20.
Okay, Bond, you got 2 left hands, so.
And guess what? 2 left hands probably work better than both your right hand, but they help both your hands. Apparently, you got to play the game with 4 hands, both your hands and Addicts.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Smoove, don't forget what these dudes talk about. As long as you beat it, that's all that matters, right?
I mean, Smoove, to be fair, like you literally live streamed you almost dying, and I told you fighting the first boss, just get behind me. I don't want to restart.
Get behind you? This is what you told to another man, another grown man. Get behind me. I will protect you.
But that strategy didn't work.
Smoove.
Jack, imagine another grown man saying, listen, chump, get behind me. I'll protect you. Like, what?
Yeah,
get behind me.
I don't think Addict's getting enough credit for carrying Smoove.
Wow. Okay. I'm telling you, yo, me and Addict literally only got like a good couple hours together, dude. Like, I don't understand that. Like,
did you enjoy your time together, Smoove?
Addict, how's your back feeling, dog?
Oh man.
I went in there with the knowledge, but Smoove still executed. He didn't die.
Yeah, part of the game is acquiring the knowledge through death.
This is literally.
Yeah, but if he dies, it doesn't matter how strong I am. It's throwing me straight out with him. So
this is Superman standing in the bullets for Lois Lane. That's what this is.
Really? That's how low y'all getting on me? Okay.
That's what I gather from this. Yo, you're Lois Lane. He's Superman. He's like, I'll protect you.
I think it's cute.
You think it's adorable? It's romantic?
Of course, Jack.
Absolutely.
Of course, Jack.
Beautiful.
I don't mind. At least you enjoying the game.
Hey, Smoove, show these dudes you can.
That's what I'm saying, Hardhead. Like people sitting there like attacking. It's not even just Smoove attacking people using mage builds. Like you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Smoove isn't using a mage build at all.
Yeah, but you gave him all the equipment.
I literally just gave him that dragon great shield. Like,
quick question. Is he using a strength build or a dexterity build?
See,
he's got the strength build.
Here's the crazier thing. Smoove ain't even farming. He went to the white man for the cotton.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
He straight exported that shit. He straight exported. He said, I ain't doing this shit.
Went straight to the plug.
It's a good game though, man. I feel like, you know, this game's gonna have a lot of legs on it. I do.
Oh yeah.
And like, look, you got to put it this way: like, Kid Smoove's playing this, and he's not being paid to play it either. Like,
which is even crazy.
Smoove's never played a From Software game without getting paid for it. Like,
Smoove didn't like Sekiro or Bloodborne, and he's enjoying this. So I guess that's a win.
And he's playing this without having to stream it, like anything. Like he's playing.
Does he have any other options right now, or?
Crossfire X.
Horizon just came out.
Horizon, yeah, I got to pick that back up, but it's on hold right now. So
Hey man, Smoove, whatever gets you the W, right? You the rest of these haters and jigaboos, it don't matter, bro. Just beat the game, dog.
But remember when Smoove had it on Game Show? It's like, this game sucks. Addict changed that around real quick for him, huh?
No, actually, I started. All right, I'm trying to think what happened because Addict was busy with the witch screens. So Addict actually dive deeping into the game after me.
Yeah, I haven't been playing Elden Ring since launch.
Oh yeah, the Witch Queen's that game made by the original developers of good games, right?
Oh man, that's bait. Don't take it.
I just did a 12-hour stream yesterday doing the Destiny raid. So
When's the last time I played a 3-4-3 game for 12 hours straight?
I've never did it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, we did. Almost Halo 5 Guardians. We did all nighter. We all nighted it.
Yeah, we did do that.
So y'all do all nighters and y'all. Okay.
Oh my god!
Hey,
y'all get behind each other.
I like what I'm hearing. I like what I'm hearing. Love is love.
With the zestiness yet again.
Love, hey man, love is love, man. I ain't got
Wow, bro.
All I gather from this is Attic is no, but this isn't the first time Attic has saved Smoove from on a game though. This is ongoing thing. It's like a normal thing, ain't it? Like,
wait, didn't Attic jump in like voice chat during one of the challenges?
I played the fifth.
The question is,
Attic is like Smoove's god. Like, he got a problem, he pray to the sky, and the sky gives him the answer.
we gonna get off of Smoove. Shout out to that man, dog. I want you to beat the game. With your Lord and Savior Attic carrying you the whole way.
I won't help Smoove one more time the rest of the game. See if he beats it. How about that?
He gonna have other people help him.
Smoove not beating Rod down without help. I'm just gonna keep it a buck.
Is that Firefox?
Nah. You seen the one boss that people have been using to make a Monster Hunter reference?
No.
Was it the dragon that was falling from the sky or something?
No, he's a dude. He's just a giant dude. But that boy,
I'm on the fire giant. That's who I'm on.
Okay. We can move on. All right, man. All right, Blandrew, are you ready now? I see you. You called an assistant.
Yeah, just so we could discuss the game at the very least.
Oh, okay. It's not because you haven't played enough of the game.
Well, I like just in case I missed something, I could have some assistance here.
Okay. All right. Yes,
Jazzy Jefferson.
Of course.
Absolutely. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I'll hear you. So, y'all talk about this triangle strategy, and I guess after that, the only other thing was y'all don't got to discuss it. But House of the Dead remake is coming out April 7th. I'm actually looking forward to that on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna wait on that though. I'm not buying the game digitally. I'm hoping it gets a physical release, and it comes out the same week as Advance Wars, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So triangle strategy. Y'all go ahead.
Jazzy?
Blandrew?
What?
Blandrew, this is your podcast, Blandrew.
Okay. So basically, the game it's the newest release from Team Asano, the developers of Octopath Traveler and Bravely Default 1 and 2. And Triangle Strategy is their latest game. It's a pretty good game. Where I'm at right now, well, basically the story is like it's about the Salt Iron War that happened over 30 years ago, which was basically a war where they were fighting, 3 different countries were fighting over salt and iron because they're kind of limited and rare resources. So they got into a big war over that. A lot of people died. A lot of discrimination happened between the Roselle Nation, which I'll get into a little bit later. And they eventually formed a treaty after the war was over. And then a couple years later, the war is starting back up again because of salt, because again, it is a precious resource that they need to survive. I don't want to give too much away as far as the story is concerned, because the story is like really fast. Every chapter you do in this game, like something major is happening. But I will say that I like the way that this game handles decision making, because there was a moment in the game where we had to go to we had the option to go to 2 completely different lands, whether it was, what was it, Jazz? It was Hyzant and
Asfrost.
Asfroth, yeah.
Asfrost.
Froth. F-R-O-T-H.
Asfroth.
Okay.
And basically,
ain't that worse? Asfroth? Never mind.
This is crazy.
And essentially, you had the option to choose which one you wanted. Hyzant specialized in like medicine, and they were all about like religion and praying to the goddess. They believed in equality. Whereas Astroth, they believed in, you know, freedom of all the people living there, but they had a social class. So you had the higher class people, the middle class, and the lower class people.
Hold on, Blanche. We got to stop you right here.
Okay.
Now, I know prior I would have thought that you would have picked the first squad. What did you pick, though?
Hyzant, the goddess in the
That's
Holy
the second
Church.
squad or the first one?
That's the first one, the goddess in
That's
the
what
church.
I thought you would pick. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
No, but they kind of lean you in the direction of picking Hyzant anyways, because you end up getting, well, you're not married to, but she's your to-be wife. She's from Astroth, but she's been like, she grew up getting like bullied and abused in Astroth. That's her hometown. And she kind of wants to see, you know, Hyzant. So three party members are voting for Astroth, and then the other 3 are voting for Hyzant. So you have the ability as the Lord, as the prince of your kingdom, to decide where they're going to go. So you have to try and go out there and convince the other people that are against the side that you want to go to join forces and go to like whatever nation you want to go to.
Why
And
not
like,
just have Addict making decisions for you?
True. There is no addict mode in the game, but there is your father is also like dying of medicine, like a bad heart or anything, so something like that. So Hyzant just makes the most sense there. So I don't really like going for like the church in RPGs because they just tend to be like really, really crazy. And that's kind of the case here. Like their equality thing is, yeah, everybody's equal, but if you're not for us, we kind of just kill you in the back and then keep it moving. So, but it's really good.
Andrew, it sounds like the story is like really being delivered to you. Is there like a good, fair amount of voice acting going on?
Oh yeah, that's actually probably my. Oh yeah, the game has complete voice acting, by the way. But as far as the story, my only complaint would be that the gameplay to story ratio is kind of ridiculous. Like the story overtakes the gameplay by far here, but overall it's still very good because I'm enjoying what I'm taking in as far as the story is concerned.
So
Jazzy?
what you're saying, Blandrew, they gave you the goddamn Sony treatment.
No.
To be honest with you, yeah. I'm not even gonna lie here. I was not expecting this to be as story driven as it was. Like it was probably like an hour and a half before I got to combat again. And the game doesn't really have side quests like that. I mean, there's like little party members that'll occasionally just pop up on the map. You press the start button and then they're like, hey, this is my ability. I come from this town. I want to make a name for myself. Let me join your squad or something like that. And then you take them on board. But it doesn't really have like much of a side questing like, you know, most other RPGs. So I believe they said the game was only about like 30 hours long or so. So it's very, very packed and it's very fast moving. So, but overall, I really like it.
Yeah.
All right.
And the thing about the story is because like the first couple of chapters of the game, it's mainly set on like just fleshing out world building and not mostly the characters themselves. But right now where I'm at in chapter 5, shit is really starting to get real because somebody invades like the kingdom.
Yeah. And as far as like the gameplay is concerned, it's more or less what you've come to expect from like a regular tactical game like Fire Emblem. But it does have it has its own little system of like positioning and elemental effects on the battlefield and stuff like that. Like you can create ice with an ice elemental, then melt it with a fire attack, and then like use the puddle from the ice and then throw electricity on it to like shock everybody in the surroundings that's stepping on the puddle and stuff like that. Or you could do like a double team on somebody by positioning one person in front of it and then the other person right behind them or side to side, and then team up on them that way. And the person that hits them in the back gets the critical points. And it also has the class system. I haven't really unlocked it yet, but you do get certain items in the game that can take you from like a commoner to a warrior, then to like a lord class, like Fire Emblem. So it's very good. I like it so far.
Expanded on the combat pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, the combat's pretty solid. And also there's like a wind attack that pretty much if you use it on the enemies, they will actually change their actual position that they're facing in. So that way you can get them from behind.
Yeah.
And get the upper hand on them.
Mm-hmm.
The battle encounters don't take forever like they did in Octopath, do they? Because like you'll
Nope.
run into like a random basic enemy and you'll be in that fight like 5 straight minutes.
No.
It doesn't have like an overworld or anything. You only really have like this diorama of battlefields that you're going to after each map. Like there's no exploration in this game. You get to explore like the town a little bit to buy your items, talk to the people, try to, you know, strengthen your convictions to, you know, pursue them later persuade them later on in the future, but it doesn't really have an exploration factor to it.
Yeah, it actually has more interesting decisions that because your party members at a certain point in the game, your party members actually decide to like vote on what they want to do. So I'm really curious to see how it goes moving forward within this game.
Yeah, and I'm wondering like if this game has like multiple endings or different routes, because the route that I took, no, I won't spoil it, but it's like something seriously happened, like something major happened, but I wonder what would happen if I went to that kingdom in the first place.
Yeah. Like your choices really feel like they actually matter where it comes to talking to people or even in the main quest, even more so than what should have gotten in SMT5. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, don't talk about that trash ass game.
Oh, absolutely.
That game is straight booty cheeks.
And it's like Fire Emblem 3 Houses, where like every faction, every kingdom kind of makes a great point, but you as being the lord of your kingdom, you have to try to steer, things in the right direction, try to figure out what the best solution should be. So really good.
All right. Thank you all for that summary.
You're welcome.
Definitely
I will say this, Bond, I do think you'll love this game, and especially as somebody that didn't really care for Octopath because you said it wasn't really story-driven. Everybody was just kind of there working with each other, but they didn't really interact. This game has very good characters and very good writing, so I think you're set on that aspect, and the gameplay is very solid.
I'll definitely pick it up at some point, probably after Elden Ring, because at this point, sorry, Horizon, you got pushed to the back burner.
Yeah.
Okay. Almost to Gran Turismo. But first, so Resident Evil 2, 3, and 7 are coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X. Upgrade patches for all 3 games will also be released on for PC players at no additional cost. When the play, and I think it's also for PS5 and Xbox also.
Yes.
Yeah. It's so crazy because I was like, I don't know. I felt like these games didn't come out that long ago. I'm like, didn't these games launch on PlayStation? But that was last gen. It just seems so recent. So yeah, got those to look forward to, I guess, if you want to replay those or whatever. I might get the platinum because I played those on PC, so maybe I'll get the platinum for 2 and 3 on PlayStation this time.
Digital BG, I got you, baby.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Finally.
Yes, sir.
Finally,
big Papa Wang move coming through for you, boy. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Finally being a shared play partner with this nigga worth something.
I got all the classics, man. You just be, what I mean?
Finally benefiting from this nigga.
What'd you say?
What game is this?
Resident Evil 2, 3, and 7.
Yeah. They was 3 was rumored to be getting like a remake for the current console, but it came out it was fake. But hey man, this might be just as good, Well, not a remake, but like a remaster type shit.
Okay.
Might be just as good, yeah.
All right. And hey man, anybody that got a Steam Deck out there, be careful. Nintendo is removing videos of Nintendo Switch emulators running on Steam Deck. The Nintendo lawyers are out and about.
Yes,
they don't play.
As they should.
Yep.
What you thought I was doing? Twerking, nigga? Yeah, I was clapping. What the hell?
Yeah, they sniping them joints down. Okay, Bond compared Nintendo lawyers to the Anbu ops from Naruto. From Naruto.
BG.
Oh, brother, here you go, Mr. 0.9 correcting me on how to pronounce shit. I won't have it.
Yeah,
do you call Naruto Naruto? Like, what are we doing here?
You call Pokemon Pokemon? Come on, BG. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
You got it. So yeah, y'all be safe out there. Don't get sniped by Nintendo. And
speaking of the whole Resident Evil thing, they announced the GTA 5 remasters, like the resolutions and stuff, but they didn't announce like no upgrade for PC. I thought that was weird.
I actually purposely didn't write down any Grand Theft Auto news today because I'm sick and tired of talking about that game. I can't believe we've been talking about that game for a decade now.
Hey, BG, speaking of the Steam Deck, did you hear it was drifting out there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I've never really had a controller with stick drift. I never really experienced that.
Oh, that was actually false.
What the drifting?
The drifting was caused by
Calibration.
a software thing.
I'll put my pyramid fingers together and just wait a little bit longer. Then I'll have my day.
Okay. Listen, the last topic I got, Gran Turismo 7. So stealth, that's what you're here
Before we
for.
Get there, then, did you hear about the Nintendo Switch and the video leak with the Switch 2?
Oh, it's gonna have DLSS. Yeah.
2.0 or something, and it's supposed to have like ray tracing and all that. All the stuff that makes you guys excited.
They use NVIDIA chips, don't they? Tegra chips.
All at 30 frames below.
I'm gonna, we can wait on some more information on that before, we actually talk about it. But yeah, stealth, hardhead, y'all play Gran Turismo. So y'all gonna talk about this, and the rest of us gonna sit back, maybe take a nap. Not gonna lie to y'all.
No, I'm actually listening. I care about Gran Turismo. I'm just not gonna spend $70 on it.
And out of all the PlayStation studios, y'all don't have respect for the one who consistently focuses on quality.
One of the OGs, right, Hardhead?
Exactly. So it's still one of the top studios.
It's currently, I think, is at like 87 on Metacritic. Reviews are mostly good. Two things I want to make sure y'all mention, when y'all tell us what y'all think about the game. Mention the menus, because I saw some people complaining about the menus. I don't know exactly what about them is the problem. And some people were complaining about microtransactions. I don't know if they're good or bad, obviously. So y'all tell us. So y'all take it over. Y'all got the mic.
Well, I'll start off with the microtransaction right off the bat. Anybody who played Gran Turismo 6, we had microtransactions back then, but everybody want to make a big deal about it right now. Same thing, credits in game that you could buy, or credits you could just play the damn game and earn them. It's not that hard. Like everybody's making a big deal out of it.
Yeah, but people see it and they think it's a situation like 2K where the fact that it even exists is predatory, and it's trying to force people to use that when it's far from the case. The only people who are going to be using that are those people who don't want to put the time into the game.
Yep. And then it's the fact that some of the cars you can't even get until you get invited by that specific brand to go buy that car. So it's like, yeah, you go buy $4 million in credit. You can't even spend it on the car that you actually want. Say the Ferrari FX6K. You got to be invited to buy it. Or any one of the high-end Porsches, Lambos, any of those, you have to have an invite to actually buy those first.
It's nice that they did that too, because that's how it works in real life with a lot of brands. Like you can't even buy a Ferrari off a lot. You have to be. They have to basically accredit you and say that, yeah, you're a Ferrari fan, we'll let you buy a car.
Shit, I bet you Floyd Mayweather ain't got no issues.
No, it don't matter how much money you got. They really don't care.
I'm gonna Google right now Floyd Mayweather Ferrari.
Now I will say with the FX6K, that was like literally exclusive to only people they invited. It didn't matter who you were.
Great game.
So, but anyway, I've been 35 hours now since the launch of the game, because I literally did like a 16-hour day one, just grinding, getting my licenses already up to S. Got 2 of those knocked out. So, just I'm loving the game. It brings me back to GT4 all over again. Which, if nobody's played GT and it's their first time playing GT, it doesn't have that instant gratification like, say, Forza Horizon. But I mean, they give you car. This is probably the most giving GT out of all the GTs, because you literally get cars left and right. All you got to do is just play the game, and they give you cars. So,
Yeah, he
Anybody
even
saying,
got
"Oh,
booty boxes, Bond's favorite mechanic from
Excuse me?
GT Sport.
look, booty boxes that you don't have to buy. It's just in game. Hey,
Wait,
here's a
Oh, you
ticket.
can't buy them. You can only earn them. You
wait.
can't
There's
Yeah,
a
you can
difference.
only earn.
There's a difference between microtransactions and booty boxes.
There's booty
At least,
boxes, but you
Cause
can't buy them.
yeah, you can't buy any of the booty boxes as Bond like to call them. You can only earn them by playing the game. The micros are strictly just credits only, but again, you can find one race and just constantly redo that race and get hell $1 million in under an hour. So if you really want to go spend $20 million on a car, you could just go do that one race. You're proficient at it, you know the course, you know how long it takes. Yeah, you could probably get a $20 million car in less
so
than.
I got a question. Why aren't all the Forza fans with PlayStations buying this game?
Because it feels too different for them. Like it's a whole different game. Like
The
Forza is
car
more
games.
about just seeing how fast you can get a car to go, while GT is trying to replicate the feeling of driving whatever car you're in at that time. So people have a problem grasping that, and most people see a racing game and they just want to go fast. They just want to beat everybody, and that's not the case if you're not good at driving a car.
Yep. Because
So this game wouldn't be a game for BG.
No, the game, it will ease you into it as far as learning how to drive, because of course that's what the license tests are for. But they'll literally tell you once you get through your first license test, hey, a lot of those assists, start turning them off because you're not going to make the mark using assists like automatic braking and driving line. Well, driving line you can still use, but I personally do not use it because the way the weather is set up in this game is probably the best weather simulation I ever seen, because it's literally, you can start off on a dry track. And I know people will say, oh, well, Forza 7 did that. Well, Forza 7 was based on how many laps you had, then the weather would change. This would just be like you looking at the radar, you see the rain coming. So you have to adjust your whole different mindset when you take a line. Now you might have to take it slower. Let's say you don't have your intermediates on. Now you got to sit there and literally baby this car through every single turn, every single straight, because you literally have no grip. If you just have racing slicks or just regular tires, you have no grip. And
Yeah,
even when you get to, go ahead.
speaking of the other thing he talking about, it's real like in depth. It might not look as good as Drive Club visually, but no other game has ever replicated like what it's like to drive on water or a wet track like this. Like there's a meter in the game. Like he said, you can see the weather coming in on the weather radar. And as it starts raining, this meter builds up, letting you know how much water is on the track. So if this meter gets past like the second bar, you gonna pretty much see everybody in the entire race driving no faster than say 40 miles per hour, just so they don't spin out. Like the AI too, it's crazy. The rain simulation is probably the best thing, and the worst thing they did. They can probably patch it, but the only problem with the weather right now is that you don't know what the weather's gonna be before you even start the race. So sometimes you gotta restart the race because you didn't have the right tires.
So I mean, how does the game actually look, right? Because I see people put out screenshots that don't look good, and then I see people put out screenshots that look better than real life, and I'm like, who's telling the truth? Because I really don't know.
Well, you got to remember this game has a performance mode, and almost everybody's going to be playing in performance mode. That's probably
performance mode. There's no difference in the visuals or
there's the only thing that doesn't change is the resolution. Both modes run at a full 4K, but the other mode, when you're doing stuff like taking screenshots and stuff, there's actual ray tracing going on. And you don't get that in performance mode. It turns it off for the whole game.
Yeah, but in quality mode, aren't you only getting it in replays and in the garage and all that, the shit that you're actually not playing?
Yeah, but
Replay,
still, they have higher textures on the cars too. So the game itself is just gonna run at 30 FPS with a higher fidelity, even though both modes are full 4K. At least that's what Digital Foundry said.
Hey, so Hardhead,
What's up?
do you think the game looks worse in third person than it does in first person? I mean, like when you're in the car compared to like when you can see the whole car and everything. Yeah.
Oh, the cockpit view is honestly the cockpit view is one of the best ways to play the game. I don't know about graphics. I think the cockpit view, like the car's real detailed on the inside, but I expect that even Forza can do something like that. But it's like the feel of the car when you're in cockpit view. You can see all the bumps on the road. You can see how much your car is shaking. You can see your character move when the G-force pulls them one way or another. It's remarkable.
It's highly detailed, and also just if anybody's used to like GT Sport, because I got damn near 1,300 hours in that. The physics of this game is so wildly different from sport that people are having a readjustment period, and people are actually getting slower just because the cars, the back end will break loose real easy now if you're not careful. Like
That's
even
why I
on the
wanted Jay God in here because he don't even understand the jump that this game took sim wise from sport to 7, and it's on the same engine. It's in the same engine and everything. It's still GT Sport, but they revamped all the physics, and it's I don't think Forza could come close to at least replicating the feeling of sim in this game. Like they wasn't playing in that state of play when they explained all this shit.
Well, and that's the thing. Like I'm playing it on my T300 RS, and when I tell you, you can feel the literal difference in the track surface. Like every little minute bump, you feel it, and that little minute bump, once your tire leaves the ground and gets like a second off, that could be the difference between you spinning out because that if that back tire loses contact and then it touches, then it re-engages, that's gonna totally throw you off. So you might have to hit that bump and just get off the accelerator for like a split second just so you don't lose.
So you got a
And
Thrustmaster, you got a direct drive wheel, right?
yeah. It's not a direct drive, it's a helical
Oh, you said the
gear.
T300.
Yeah, the T300 RS. Because I was now whenever Thrustmaster comes out there direct drive, I'll probably just swap out the bases, but that'll be whenever they decide to bring it out. But
Yeah, it don't come out till later this month.
But I can literally say because if the car snaps on you, it'll damn near mess up your wrist if you hold on. If you try to hold on to it, it's gonna hurt.
So how's like I guess the car customization and all that? Like they get real in depth with that, right?
The car.
Hardhead.
I would say that. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, you asked about me.
Yeah, you said you had questions, Jay God. I was just saying, I know you was gonna ask about sim stuff, so I wanted to make sure you heard me and you was here.
Yeah, so I heard you say about the other gentleman brought up that when it's raining outside that you really can't drive the car, it breaks loose real easily, right?
Yeah, depending on the tires you got, and that's usually the problem. The tires you have. If you have racing wet tires, you'll be fine most of the time.
Yeah, but don't the cars have traction control or no? You guys don't.
Yes, they all have traction control.
Every car has traction control. So what you can do because they actually have license tests where you're just in a whatever car in some low grade tires. So you have got to use traction control to even keep that thing somewhat stable.
Yeah, I understand.
So
that.
you can completely drive, but it's not optimal because let's say if you go into a sport race or whatever, and it might be raining that week or just like a mixture of weather, and you don't have those intermediates, you are literally probably gonna come in last place because the thing that I do now, any car that I know I'm gonna race, I buy a set of racing slicks and I buy a set of intermediates and heavy wets. for every single car that I have that I'm gonna race with.
So you can't adjust the traction control level, or is this on?
Yeah,
or
you
off?
can mid race if you want to.
Yeah, like in the middle of a race, if I feel my tires losing grip, I actually go from a 1 to a 2 just to keep my back end kind of stable. And that's usually because one, I'm getting low on fuel, so the weight of the car is shifting. So all my balancing that I did pre-race is thrown out the window because all the weight is kind of shifted. So now I got to sit there and finagle mid race. Sometimes before I even get to the sharpest turn that I know, I got to sit there and go from traction control 1 to traction control 2, come out of that turn, go back down to traction control 1 when I get on the straight.
Yeah, we're going
Hey,
straight.
real quick, J God, I think it's odd you asked that question because that's like a basic feature that's been in Gran Turismo since like way back on Gran Turismo 3. Like,
Yeah, it was on 5. But like from what I've been told from other people, I guess a lot of people drive the game or play the game with it off completely. So I wasn't too sure if y'all had it on or off when you said that when it's raining you lose control. I understand you lose control when it's raining though, but nobody said okay, turn the traction control from 0 to 5 or whatever. So that's why I asked.
Now
I stay between 0 and 4. I don't usually go all the way to 5.
Yeah, I have
Like
mine at least
me,
by 1 or 2.
I keep mine on 1 unless I got an extreme downforce heavy car and I don't have to worry about it so much. So like, let's say for example, this GTLM, the Ford GTLM that I just got that cost me $1 million. If I put the downforce all the way down, I can drop traction control completely off because it's gonna stink. It damn near stinks like an F1 car.
Yeah, I know what you
And
mean.
I can literally feel it.
Yeah. Yeah, because the game I play, I usually use TT3 cars, so they already have the downforce and all that. So
yeah.
So the J got the impression I get from people is they think that you act a little uppity, that you better than other racing sim gamers because you play on PC. That's how they think you act.
that's fine.
That's pretty accurate.
On this rig. Tell them
that's fine. I mean, like the game I play is more detailed than Gran Turismo.
So you think do you think the games you play on PC, the racing sims, you think they're actually better sims than Gran Turismo, and you think you're better than people who play Turismo?
Well, a set of Corsa Competizione is on console, by the way, so they can have the same experience. But the way my whole setup just not gonna work on console. It's just not. I mean, but am I better than them? Not necessarily. But Gran Turismo is a great game, but I don't know if I'll categorize it as like the same level as some other games that are more sim focused than Gran Turismo would be.
You said some other games. What other example do you have that comes even close other than Assetto Corsa?
What do you mean, like other games?
Other than maybe iRacing, I might give it to iRacing, but iRacing is still kind of wonky. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Assetto Corsa and iRacing.
Yeah, there's R Factor too.
R Factor, Automobiles.
That's the only games that come close. And if we keep it at a buck, there's already people that have said sim races that GT is a better sim game than both of those.
I don't know how. It has a lot of outliers in it, but I'm not here to argue.
But you haven't even played it. You haven't played this one. You haven't played Sport.
I've seen enough in Sport. Like you can't be
That's
driving
not
over
how this works. That's not how this works.
Hey, let me finish speaking. So like you can't like I've watched certain things and how the car moves over certain items on the game, and in other games they penalize you because that makes sense. Then like just watching it is like, yeah, that's not what I want to do. Driving over curves as if they don't exist. Yeah, that's not realistic.
But they fixed that in GT7. It's funny you even said that. They fixed that in GT7.
So it took them a whole new game to fix something that's so simple.
What are you talking about? The last mainline GT game was a PS3 game, dog.
Okay, so you know where sausages are, right, on the track? Sausage curbs. So like in the track,
people use them all the time in every game.
Yeah, so like the track Barcelona.
Yes.
Okay, like the last chicane before the straight on the finish line, where you hit the finish line, In GT Sport, you just run right over and like they don't even exist. Like,
Oh yeah, you must have watched the last couple of races.
They fixed it in
at all.
7.
Yeah, but
You
I'm not.
said
But
you said you watch what's the dude's name?
Super GT.
He was
Yeah,
either watching Super GT or
he was the
one
main
of
person
them.
who said you can't use those anymore because
Yeah,
they've thrown him out of a race just by
Yeah.
trying to.
Anymore, but like now, they fixed it. Okay, great. You know what I mean? But again, if for me to play this game, I got to bring my whole other setup just to play it. I mean,
But that's because of the wheel you bought, dog. That was it's probably not your whole setup. It's probably just the wheel.
What does he run? What you running Fanatec?
Yeah, I have a DD1.
DD1.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a couple of people that use the DD1 on PlayStation, but you just gotta get the hub to convert it.
Yeah, there's like a hardware piece you have to buy. I don't know how much it costs. But I'll look into it though. You know what I mean?
So y'all inform me of this. Why doesn't what's his name? Yamauchi? Is that dude name?
Yamauchi.
Yamauchi.
Yeah. So why is he against, I guess, showing car damage in Gran Turismo? Do other sims show that? I'm just wondering.
I forgot about that.
Nah, you're right. A lot of them do. I'll give them that. The GT doesn't have more realistic car damage.
Yeah. So like with that, it's a couple things. I think some of it's due with like manufacturing, like the licensing, because some manufacturers don't have their cars damaged on any game, but just like show the bad image of them, I guess.
Porsche, for example, is a big one. Porsche hates any kind of like over the top representation of their cars. At least now they do.
Now, for why they don't have it in Gran Turismo, I have no idea. But that kind of plays a role in the realism for sim racing, because like if I damage my vehicle by hitting somebody or running into the wall, I should like have some aerial damage. But does that even exist?
Now, hold on.
They still have that. They just don't
you might not see the damage.
But
you might not see the damage, but it's still there.
So like cars going invisible is still a thing or no?
That's
cars
in sport mode. The reason why on the online portion, the reason why they have it set up in groups. So if you're in the lower group, just to give everybody a good little shot, they try to mitigate that whole, let me just run somebody off the road. Because that's literally what the lower groups are. People just knocking people off the road.
They miss braking zones and such like that, or what?
Yeah,
I mean,
no, like they'll just purposely use you as a brake.
Yeah, I know
and just.
I know exactly.
So now, when you get up to like the level that Super GT, Key, Tier Kart, all the even Jimmy Broadbent, where they're at, that ghosting is totally gone. Once you get up to like A and S, ghosting is no longer an issue. If you hit somebody, you just hit them.
Yeah.
And so like the only races that feature the damage will be like the C race, where you got to think about tire wear and fuel
That's
change.
cool. That's cool. Because like I think sport didn't have that at all. Am I wrong or not?
No, sport had it as well. It just was only. I'll put it like this: sport, you didn't really see it a lot because there weren't a lot of races that involved damage. But when you get into like, if you did a lot of C races, I know early on they started with like heavy damage, and of course they would enforce penalties like you cut a curve too sharp, you get a 5 second, 1 second penalty, something like that.
Yeah, there's stronger penalties to this game too.
Yeah, from what I understand, I heard that penalty system's kind of like unforgiving, like it's almost over the top.
Oh no! Oh yeah! Now it's definitely unforgiving, because if you hit a barrier, you don't hit nobody. It's just you hit a barrier, you get a 1.5 second penalty.
Yeah, if somebody spins out and there's a yellow flag and you pass, you get a penalty too. Like they real big on penalties right now.
And you can no longer cut the pit lane like how some people cut over the solid line. You cut it over the solid line now into the pit lane.
Yeah,
I think that's the track.
Yeah. It is the one in California, the one that has that long left of a pit lane exit.
Yeah, coming out of pit lane, that big long.
So if you cut early, you get penalized. It makes sense.
Is this game, would you say it's welcoming to newcomers? Because I see some people who really don't have a history with GT like that. Do they do you think they make it easy for newcomers?
I imagine they do, right?
Yeah,
I feel like they do. Because they really pace you, and they make sure they hammer home all the lessons about driving in the game to you. They make sure you know as much as they can teach you in words. They even have demonstrations of the AI driving the car, so you can see what the AI would do in the same situation before you try to do it yourself.
So I guess they teach like driver etiquette, basically. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's driver etiquette, driver ed too, like just so you can learn how to hit hairpins and stuff like that.
That's good.
Like there's one license test that's pretty much like stopping everybody right now, because you have to, before you even get to take the final test on your license, you have to pass 9 mini tests before that. And there's one on the A license, A9, where you have to learn how to take a hairpin turn, and it's beating everybody's ass.
Bruh, A9. A9 is. Go ahead.
I would say
No.
Wouldn't that be easier with the wheel, or is it just hard? Like in
Yeah,
general,
it's just hard to learn how to take that hairpin in general. Like,
okay,
that's
I'll give you the situation. You're at Suzuka on the hairpin leading the spoon, right?
Yeah.
And you're in a stock Honda NSX.
Oh god! All right.
With just regular stock tires. This sucker, if you don't hit this sucker just right, one, it does not like take off fast. Two, if you punch it too damn hard, you just go spin it. So it's all types of wrong. Like, you gotta hit this in the most precise way to hit that goal time. I literally spent so much time on that one test, I accumulated 40 miles of retry. Just in that one little section. But I finally got past it, and when it said goal, I was like, look, I don't care who has number one. I'm not doing this again, because this one was just dumb.
Jay, you got a PS5?
I have a PS4.
Do you ever plan to get a 5 to play GT?
Yeah, it's on
Oh, it
PS4
is?
as well.
Oh,
Yeah, it
I
is.
forgot.
Yeah.
I completely forgot.
Yeah. I mean, like I don't mind, cracking it open to play it. I have to update my firmware. I think the last firmware that I have is like 4.5. I think.
Woo.
So yeah.
Oh, and so how different is the visuals from 4 to 5? Because maybe is it like that people have been like putting screenshots from 4? Is it a big difference?
I'm gonna.
I haven't watched. Digital Foundry did a video on it. I didn't even check it out. To be honest, I don't care about nobody on no PS4. They can kick rocks.
You
like,
want to know about the dual?
Get a PS5, nigga.
Oh, DualSense implementation.
The DualSense. Oh my god, the DualSense is so amazing for this game.
I was actually surprised, because it was like the way you could react to losing a car with a DualSense. I couldn't even do that, like with no traction control. I couldn't even do it with my wheel, because with the DualSense you could just like snap left, snap right real quick and just correct it with no traction control. So the braking, the acceleration, the little minute bumps that you would feel with a steering wheel, they get it pretty dang close.
Here's a perfect example. This can work for anybody to understand it. Have y'all ever been like driving on the highway and you get to like a high rise, and you feel like every time you pass the sections where the bridge was divided up, your car's going doo 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 doo.
Yeah.
You can feel that in the controller. It's ridiculous.
I feel that in my wheel as well. But like, I don't know if I can. This sounds bad. I don't know if I can get down playing with a bunch of controller users in a racing game.
Oh man, elitists!
Yeah.
You hear this guy? Controller users.
But hear me out. Like, from my experience, man, they're driving all over the place. Like, their moves are so unpredictable. That's from my experience. Now, it might be better on PlayStation. It might be better.
It might depend on the controller they're using. I feel you.
Yeah,
I can't play racing games with an Xbox 360 or Xbox One controller.
Like from what I understand, I mean, like certain games just have better controller input than others, and some people don't want to spend the time to fine tune it either. So I'm just saying, from my experience, like there's like all over the place. But there's some people out there that they're badass. I give them that. But maybe it's different on PlayStation. It probably is, I guess. But from my experience on PC, is like it's very obvious. It's like they're just terrible.
I'm gonna put it like this, Jay. We know it's a lot of people playing GT with a reel right now. I've already claimed my first victory online, and I've done 5 races, all of them with pole position. So
yeah,
that gives you an indication of how the difference is between the DualSense and racing wheels.
But what if? Never mind. I ain't gonna go there.
Is there credence to? I see a lot of people complaining. Good amount of people complaining, and I heard this also about previous GT games. The menus, they're hard to get through. They're cumbersome. They're difficult. Why are they like this? Is this true?
I don't understand that, because the way it's done in this game, it's like they paste the menus too. They don't even give you all of the options out of the gate. You have to progress through the game to unlock other parts of the menus. If you want to be able to go buy a car, you have to progress through the game. If you want to see the legendary cars, you have to progress through the game. You want to do the license test, you still have to progress through the game. The missions online, you can't even get to online until you get a certain license.
Is that done on purpose to try to pander the hours?
No, it's to what?
You know what I mean?
It's to onboard a lot of new people. It's to let you slowly build up over time instead of just
let me ask you, would you rather somebody just buy the game and jump straight into online and race against you, knowing that they might just be bumping you the whole time?
It's kind of like that already for the game I play, but like each server has different like SA ratings. So
they have ratings on here too. I'm only a B rating myself.
Yeah, so like as long as they limit the person's access, because they're not maybe not as skilled as others or whatever.
Yeah, but think about the people who won't be able to get out of the lower sportsmanships, because there's people that just come into the game, make everybody else day hell, and then make a new account and do it all over again.
I know. I've been through that. It sucks.
Well, and here's the other thing about the whole, especially with the menus. The menus are not clunky. They're set up just like any of the other previous Gran Turismo. You got your overview, you got your garage over here, your tuning shop over here, all your little bits and bobs that you got to go to. It's set up damn near identical to Gran Turismo 4. It's crazy. And now the only menu I can see people having a fuss with is the tuning menu, because there's like 15 million damn different tabs. But again, that's the tuning menu. You need all that information so you can see if I adjust this one little thing, what happened. Okay, so now my inertial drift is either left or right. It's either neutral, oversteer, understeer. Okay, so let me add some ballast to the front. What is it now? Okay, now it went to neutral. Okay, let me tweak the ECU a little bit. Okay, now my power went down. Now all my stuff is balanced out. Now I didn't get a 50-50 set up on my weight distribution.
I think the tuning menu in general is just intimidating to people. Like
I think it's
intimidating.
It's very intimidating, but at least in the era of social media, it'll be easier for people to come around to it.
To get
There's going to be YouTubers who break it down for you, or even just make the tune for you type thing.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Like, you get you click square on every single little thing. They will literally detail you what this specific thing does.
Yeah, they explain each and every single adjustment. It's crazy.
Like, they literally have an in-game manual called, I think it's Apex, where it's literally, it'll detail every little microscopic thing about this game to the nth degree. So if you're ever confused about something, you can go there. It's pretty much like an encyclopedia. You can just go through, pick what you need, understand, okay, this does this.
So Jay got that game you play, Assetto Corsa. When did that come out? Like the
maybe like 3 years ago, I think.
Doesn't the game come out like every year? I feel like one just came out.
No.
Do they
I think
do they
it
like?
only has 2 games.
Is it like live service where they keep it updated, or it's like it kind of stays how it was 3 years ago?
It's updated. Like it's real big.
Okay.
It's in the sim community. Like
they just had a big update.
Yeah, I want to say it came out
Okay.
maybe 3 years ago, and the one before that came out maybe 6 years ago. The first one, but the first one, like I said earlier, is modded like crazy. So it's
People wasn't really messing with the first one outside of the modding capability.
Yeah, like I have it, and I just play the mods basically. It's because the mods just take the game to a whole nother level. But yeah, Assetto Corsa or ACC, it's always up to date. Like unfortunately, with quarantine going on, or just the fact that the studio can't go out to location and get laser scans and all that, it kind of delays some of the updates. But they still update it, every year. We get a few updates per year. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What's that partnership that I see people be talking about? Like Gran Turismo is like the official racer because it's partnered with some organization.
GT,
The Olympics.
It's partnered with FIA. FIA is a racing series that pretty much covers a whole lot of tracks across the world. ACC is with SRO, but they don't have a lot of the tracks that FIA has. Like, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I think most people know, or maybe they not know, but the Nürburgring is like a 13-mile track. It's known for like 24-hour races and such like that. It's one of the biggest racetracks in the world, or the biggest. SRO is not a part of that, so like the game I play doesn't have that track, and we want it, but it's outside the license agreement.
They modded it into the game. Come on.
No, they can't. Well, you're talking about the first Assetto Corsa, not the second one.
So the Nürburgring Assetto Corsa I be seeing is the first game.
Yeah, that game was in there. AC is kind of like what, I guess what Gran Turismo would be, minus the in-depth career mode, but it has all sorts of tracks. ACC, since they got with SRO, doesn't have all the tracks, unfortunately. It doesn't have some of the tracks that you may have, and vice versa. But I think your track list on GT7 is more in depth than what I would have.
How do y'all spend most of y'all time? Is it like just unlocking stuff and playing tracks offline, or is like y'all play like online a lot?
Well, for me,
it's a mix.
Yeah, for me,
we talking about Assetto Corsa, my bad.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about both Gran Turismo and Assetto. Like,
okay, let Jay guy go first.
Yeah, I'll go first. Mine might be the quickest, but for me, I played ACC. I play that online primarily. I played it offline for a little while to get familiar with the game and its mechanics and such. But I play online like primarily, and I'm in like several different leagues. So a lot of the time I spend during the week is just I might be running the track we're gonna play during the weekend, or I'm online. Well, on PC, there's other communities that have a structured layout where they have a point system on their servers, so they can pit people in better ranked matches. If that makes sense. So I do that a lot on PC or ACC, and then like I said earlier, I do a lot of league racing. So I try to hone in my skill during the week. Then on the weekend, test it out in the league I'm in.
Yeah, I want Blandrew to stop hating because he's getting mad that you gentlemen are talking about how passionate y'all are about this game. You know what I'm saying? Like when we here talk about Mario hats and the Zelda Triforce, we let them have their time. Let these car enthusiasts have their time. Blandrew,
buy this game. BG gonna buy Triangle Strategy.
Absolutely not. I'm
try out Gran Turismo.
Of course not. I'm not, bro. This is not for me. Like this is for the people who watch us. Exactly. Everybody knows I ain't buying this. This is for the community who likes Gran Turismo.
I'm buying Gran Turismo, and you're killing me right now.
All I'll say is that I wish more people get into racing games because it's so much fun. I mean, and each race is not the same. You know what I mean? So like, there's a lot of competition.
But at the same time, the genre has a lot of bad games. Like, if I'm being honest, I play Grid Legends. It's not a overall good game.
I'm not talking about it. Yeah.
But the genre in general,
I don't think Grid Legends is that bad though. I think it's pretty average. It's not.
Yeah, it's not awful, but it's not good enough.
So how's that ride game?
You think this game is all right to play with a controller, or should I invest in a steering wheel?
Well, it all depends.
If you got a PS5, right, Blind Drew?
Yeah, I got a PS5.
I'd say give the DualSense a shot first, and if you really feeling it, then go ahead and
Yeah,
invest.
can't you use like your motion controls to control the steering and stuff like that?
If you want to, I would not suggest that. I would not
use
suggest
that.
I like
wouldn't
gyro for
suggest
aiming
it,
and
but
stuff, but
if you want to do it, go ahead. That's all I
Like,
got.
if you playing Mario Kart, hell yeah, use the gyro. But
no,
do
I only
not
use
do
gyro
that.
for like motion and like aiming and shooting and stuff. I don't use it for doing precise turning and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Listen,
But to answer your question, BG, about the how you spend your day in Gran Turismo, just real quick. As far as online, there's like time slots for races. So if you want to do a race, you have to catch it at one time interval. It's like I think it's like every 30 minutes. So it's like you can go do stuff in single player, and then right before the race is about to start, you can go sign up for the race. You can do your own qualifying while your time is going down, and after you've done your own qualifying, because it used to be back in like 5 and 6 when you're playing online, you have to do your qualifying right before the race. But now you can do your qualifying whenever you feel like it. Even if you're not registered for the race, you can just practice your qualifying all day, so that when the race does start, you got a pole position. And then you do your online race, and then you go back to doing whatever you was doing in single player.
Yeah. Now, for me, since we actually have a single player now, spend a lot of time in single player, because one of the things that's different with this one versus sport is that now tuning is a factor in the races. And even online races, during the sanctioned races, you actually have to tune your cars. So a lot of time it's going to be me spinning on track, seeing how this car feels, working out all the kinks, getting it balanced, getting it tweaked the way I like it, and seeing what time I can put in and see if I can consistently keep hitting it. So I might do 3 to 4 hours just practicing sometimes, and that's just
for your setups. Do you have a setup per track, or is this like a general setup?
I have, because sometimes I'll get with one of the guys I talk with. He's kind of like the GT mechanic, as I call him.
Yeah.
And he'll throw me a setup like, hey, I'll tell him my back end's twisting out on me. Whenever I hit the accelerator, he'll tell me, hey, go adjust this roll bar, go tweak the torque from this to this, and so he'll get me set up, reduce your spring rates, all that stuff, right, to make it a smoother ride.
Yeah.
And once I do that,
each track is different though. So like, when you need one.
Yeah,
they added a setting sheet thing, and it seems like there's an endless number of sheets. So you can literally have one car built for every track in the game, and just switch to the settings for that track.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That's what I was wondering.
that's something that they did that I love. That say like I'm on Daytona, right, and I'm doing the oval instead of the road course. Well, in the oval, you really don't have to worry too much because you're pretty much going to be drafting the whole time. But once you get on the road course, then okay, now you got to adjust your rebound, your compression, the sway, everything to make sure just once you come off that oval and go into the road course, you'll have a smooth transition. So I generally wait. Who was that?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, okay. But I generally, because this is how I test a lot of my cars, I go to the Nürburgring. That literally defines my general base setup for every car I drive. If I can drive that car comfortably on that course, I can pretty much drive that car on any course. That's always been my philosophy. Now, when it comes to tweaking and tuning, as far as okay, on this course, I need to be a bit more technical, so maybe not so much max speed and more acceleration. Then that's when I do that per course tweaking as far as that.
That's what you're saying.
Are any of you gentlemen looking forward to Forza Motorsport 7?
I like to check.
I'll try.
Forza Motorsport 8.
That's what we up to?
I got.
Okay. My
Hey,
bad.
I got
hey,
Game Pass for the next 3 years, so I'll try it.
Hey, Smoove. Well, do you know when that's coming out by chance, or
There's nothing's been
timeline?
confirmed, but my money's on October of this year.
Okay.
Yeah, allegedly, it should be slated for this year. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I definitely check it out. I've never played a Forza game, so it'll be a first for me.
Like I've been seeing people in the chat talk about like DRM and needing to be online to play this game. Is that true?
I don't think it's
just
DRM, but it's just the way that they structured the game is stupid. But yeah, you do have to be online at all times.
Yeah, you
Even
have to
play.
be online at all times to play the game.
Was it sport like
And
that?
Sport
Sport
was
was
like
an
that
online
until
only
they-
game.
Yeah, that's right. My bad.
So is it online or PlayStation Plus?
No, like all you have to do is just have an internet connection. Like as
Oh,
long
okay.
as you're not doing multiplayer, then you don't even have to have plus. But as soon as you go into multiplayer, then yeah, you gotta have plus and all that.
I wonder if it's because the car dealership refreshes every few days, isn't it? Isn't that?
Yeah, there's a used car dealership that refreshes. You get new invitations from private brands every week.
That's probably why it needs to be online, I guess.
Yeah.
And plus, it's also they don't want a lot of people injecting, all those stupid tunes that just make you do ridiculous stuff. So they were like, yeah. And of course, since a lot of that stuff is FIA regulated, especially when you go online to do like the daily races or the tournament or the actual GT series that you actually go off to where they have it. Those they don't want anybody cheating it, since you actually do get recognized as a FIA driver doing that series. So it's a lot of rules and regulations and stuff you got to sign off on.
My last question for y'all: what is the biggest difference, I guess, play style wise, between Forza, and Gran Turismo? What's what the biggest difference in? Yeah, what makes y'all like one over the other more?
Like I said, the easiest way I can put it is that Forza is about going as fast as you can, and GT is about getting the feel for that specific car that you're driving. It's just two different directions that those games are headed in, even though that's both supposed to be simcade games.
So would you say Forza is the Unga Bunga of sim racers?
Oh no, you stupid! No.
Look. I'm gonna put it to you like this: you have to remember the same people who make Forza Horizon 5 are the people who make Forza Motorsport. So, yeah, I would say that.
No, that's not true. Playground Games makes Forza Horizon.
Playground does not do the physics for that game. You know that.
Okay. Well, I can't judge. I don't play sim racers like that. But the difference I know from what I hear Forza typically has more cars and newer cars.
I mean, it's been a long time since we got a Forza Motorsport game, but it's the physics are made by the same people. Playground just does the world. That's why I said Playground's an overrated developer, dog. I can't wait for people to realize that when they release their own game. Turn 10 is the reason everybody likes Forza games. They're a good studio. I respect them.
Okay. I mean, I don't have a problem with Forza, but for me, it's always been GT is that game where it's not just a racing game; it's the encompassment of everything car culture wise. Like this man could show up to SEMA and people come to him because they know him as a person that's really passionate about cars. Not only passionate about cars, but passionate about racing. This man has actually won the 24 hours at Nürburgring with the team. Like, he's not just somebody that makes a car game. He actually does this. He doesn't race as much now, but he actually has titles under his name. He has respect for the craftsmanship of the cars. Like, that's why when you see a car in GT, it's extremely detailed because he wants it to be as close to real life as you could possibly get. That's why all these brands like Nissan, Lexus, they will go to him sometimes, especially like with the recent one. Porsche literally came to him. They were like, hey, we're going to design a car for GT. There's a lot of companies that go to this man and just designed cards specifically for this game.
Oh, like the prototypes?
Too. Hyundai on the come up. Shout out to Hyundai and Toyota.
Like not even like the FT1, the Supra that we now know it to be, was debuted in Gran Turismo.
Yeah, you're talking about prototypes.
And I know, but I'm just saying those prototypes eventually become cars. That FT1 was in GT6. So that FT1 went from GT6, which was a concept and a prototype, to an actual production car.
I know,
They
but
actually,
I'm not gonna sit up here and be like the game is the reason why it released. I'm sorry, I'm not. You know.
but I'm saying it's
I know what you're
there's a
saying, though.
reason. Yeah, but I'm just saying there's a reason why this game is so well respected. Like it literally propelled the whole genre of sim racing. Honestly,
I was going to say, like, GT is a great entry game. It's a great entry game.
it is a great entry game. I would say if you want to get into sim racing, play GT first.
Yeah.
And then you can go up to like the I races and the Seto courses and the R factors. And
BG, I'm gonna head out. I gotta take care of stuff. Go.
All right, man.
But I've been playing GT since GT1.
Same.
So I got that
stopped,
25-year history.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick,
So-
I see a lot of people in the chat have short-term memory. Next time y'all launch Forza Horizon, any of them, pay attention to the studios that show up in the opening credits. Like Turn 10's name is one of the first names you see.
Hey, BJ,
they own that.
Shut up, Jack. We're about to get out of here anyway. Oh shoot. Where the hell is that?
Speaking of Gran Turismo, did you hear about this whole Stevivor thing and not receiving review copies because you're not allowed to criticize games or something?
They're blacklisted. Yeah. I mean,
how do you feel about that?
I mean, listen, I don't think it's I don't think you should blacklist necessarily, but I can't necessarily blame PlayStation.
They deserve everything
because there are some games that they've given high PlayStation games they've given high scores, right? Ratchet and Clank, I can't remember what the other ones, but there's like 3. But it's just someone put it to me like this: the highest PlayStation score that they've given, the highest score they've given to a PlayStation game is like the lowest score they've given an Xbox game. Even like Xbox games that are like across the industry considered to be bad games. You know what I'm saying?
Like Bleeding Edge got a higher review than majority of PlayStation games.
Yeah, so I can understand PlayStation. I can understand.
That interview was weird because the dude tried to pretend like it's not possible to cherry pick the people that review games for you, and you know what they gonna say about certain games.
Let me see if I can.
That's entirely possible.
Yeah, we just seen the biggest cherry pick of all with Elden Ring. No slander. I'm just saying they had literally had people that only play Souls games play Elden Ring.
Yeah,
that's a perfect example.
Yeah, listen, I can understand it. Like, I may not condone it, but I can understand. You're right. Like
they don't deserve review copies. Their reviews are clearly biased and false.
And someone's saying they gave Spider-Man a 9.5. Okay, like I said, there's 3 games they gave really high scores. They probably Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank, and something else. But there's like somebody put the long list up of like all the game, and you can have an opinion, but when you have
I found it. Hold on.
When you have, if you could send it to me, Jack, I could put it. When you have just a recorded behavior, it's just strange, right? Like I'm saying, it's just strange. Like, listen, I don't like this. There's several Nintendo games I don't like, but if if a publication gave like Donkey Kong, Breath of the Wild, Mario, if it all just gave it like 60s, I'm like, listen, I'm not mad if Nintendo don't give y'all no codes.
Look at these 2 pictures, BG. I put them in the Discord.
I could completely understand Nintendo not giving y'all no codes, bro. Okay.
Look at this shit.
This is strange. This is very strange.
Read them off for the people. Read them off.
I'll put it up on the screen. Let me see.
I'll read them off. That's funny. That's
Bleeding
crazy.
Edge got an 80 from them, but they gave Bloodborne a 75. What else
What's
they
that
didn't get?
second number, Jack? What's that second number? The
second number
overall
is
score of the game?
Second number is the Metacritic.
Okay.
They gave Uncharted Legacy of Thieves a 65. They gave Gears Tactics an 85.
They gave Death Stranding a 35. God damn.
State of Decay 2 got an 80. And let's see here. Ghost of Tsushima got a 70.
Like,
Days Gone 60. Like, look at this shit, bro.
yeah, like putting all fanboyism aside, you gotta start to think this looks suspicious. You got to. There's something suspicious going on now, and most of these are probably by different people, but it's still strange.
Everybody that worked for them is a dumbass, is what you're telling me.
It's like listen.
Eventually, see, people say, well, there's no dumb opinion. No, those people are fucking idiotic.
Jack,
if 98% of Metacritic agrees on a similar score, why are they scores so drastically different for PlayStation games and so much higher for Xbox? It's clear bias.
There's nobody who hates Death Stranding more than I do. I literally went on a campaign for like 2-3 years trashing this game for 2-3 years, and I would be out of my mind to give the game a 35. A 35.
The second picture is more damning than the first picture, right? Because they comparing Xbox game to PlayStation game. The second picture, look, Elden Ring 95, Sekiro 90, Dark Souls 3 100, Dark Souls 2 90, Bloodborne 75, Demon Souls Remake 75. Their points are 2 points above average than a normal Metacritic on non-PlayStation Soulsborne games, but they're 17 points below the average Metacritic score on PlayStation Soulsborne games. Do the math, people.
Hey, Jack, I thought you heard Bleeding Edge is just as good as The Last of Us Part 2, though.
That's what I'm saying, bro. These people are crazy.
I think the State of Decay score is insane. I think the Halo Infinite score is insane. But the other ones that, if they felt that way about the other scores, I'm not mad at that, right? I think that's fine. But
no. Forza Horizon 5, a 100 out of a 100 God of War 80. Come on, bro. What we doing, bro?
No, I get that. Like I said, if you want to score those games that high, I don't necessarily have but besides State of Decay and Halo Infinite, I don't necessarily have a problem with that. But to score something like Bloodborne a 75, Demon Souls Remake a 75, like Horizon and like Legacy of Thieves a 60, like 65, like some of this stuff is absurd. Yeah, I gotta admit, all fanboyism aside, God of War an 80, like some of this stuff is definitely absurd.
The Soulsborne ones kind of stand out because every other Soulsborne game is above a 90.
That's what I'm saying. You got to look at that second. That second picture is more damning than that first picture. That shows clear cut bias.
So do you think they should be able to count towards Metacritic?
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
This is the
Either
thing
way
about
it goes, even if it was in favor of PlayStation, it shouldn't count.
This is the problem with Metacritic. They keep vetting. They need to start vetting these people, bro. This is disingenuous. I hate when people use that term. This is the clear-cut definition of somebody being disingenuous. There's no way on. I don't give a fuck who they got reviewing. My grandma could be reviewing for that fucking site. The bitch is wrong. I don't give a fuck who reviewing for it. Right? This shit is wrong. This shit is clearly biased. They need to be off of Metacritic.
And I reached out to a dude. I think he's the editor-in-chief at Stevivor. He still didn't want to comment. He did watch the interview I did with dude. Dude was just a freelancer, by the way, of course. So, but yeah, he doesn't want to talk about it.
I know you don't. And look, keep crying because you're not getting review codes, bitch. Keep crying. You don't deserve them.
I think they're in an interesting place now because you didn't get a review code for GT. Now, if you give GT a bad score, it's gonna look like, oh, you're salty because you didn't get a review code. So it's like
Horizon either though. They didn't get a review code for that.
Did you see the statement, BG? That's pretty much what he said he was about to do.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting, man.
Thing about to drop to an 85, Smoove.
Look at this shit. Look at this. Ridiculous.
It is weird, man. But it is what it is, man.
Oh, the Gran Turismo leaderboard's built into the dashboard.
We crying because somebody didn't like a game. No, I'm crying because I'm about to block y'all stupid ass. Hold on. No, matter of fact, hold this time, man. I'm gonna give y'all time. I hear y'all go.
Damn,
It's not about somebody not liking the game. Like it
But
literally
they be
has.
the first one. No, but they be the first ones. We gotta call out. Oh, this is wrong. This is wrong. But when we call out something that's clearly wrong, you turn a blind eye to it, bro. So I'm gonna have to time y'all up for being dumbass.
And it's not about somebody like, look, no, like I said, nobody hates Death Stranding more than me. There's nobody, okay? But I in my right mind cannot give the game a 35. That doesn't make sense. Because yes, reviews are opinion based, but there's a level of objectivity when it comes to like reviewing games. Right? I would say
it's not being displayed. It's not being displayed at all.
Yeah, like listen, if you wanted to like split it up reviews, I would say it's like maybe 60% opinion based, 40% like actual like, about facts and objectivity. And if that's the case, how can you give the game a 35? That does.
Why do we care about review scores, bro? Are y'all fucking serious right now, bro? Are
It's
y'all
not-
fucking stupid?
It's not about caring.
Do you think niggas in the NBA care about getting voted to all NBA teams and all-star games? Shit directly. They have incentive. Like, you've never heard of an incentive-laced contract? Bro, this shit matters, bro. You don't think movie reviewers care if they get highly rated or nominated for what the fuck are y'all talking about?
Hey, Jack.
I was about to say, didn't Days Gone not get a sequel?
What the fuck are y'all talking about right now?
Didn't the Metacritic score stop Days Gone from getting a sequel?
Niggas dumb as hell, bro. That shit matters, bro. That shit matters, bro. It matters.
For me, and I think for a lot of people, it's more about the integrity of the profession. Like this is a profession. Y'all gotta realize.
You're supposed to be respected, right?
Yeah, like this is a profession, and like there are some journalists who like really feel like, yo, these other journalists aren't doing their job. You got journalists literally talking about they only play 10% of the game. They're not finishing the game and they're reviewing it.
Reviewing a game based off 10% play. And this is the shit y'all want to hold and recognize and respect, bro. Y'all niggas is weird out there, bro. And you wonder why the game industry is a fucking laughing stock and a fucking joke.
Yeah.
It'll never be respected because of niggas like y'all.
Hey, Jack, perfect example of that. Deathloop. Everybody throwing 9s and 10s at Deathloop. Bro, I got the game. I put like maybe 30 minutes in. I'm like, I don't see how.
Exact. And then you got niggas asking, damn, was the awards rigged? Did niggas get paid off? Like, look at what we dealing with. This bum ass game, niggas ain't even got fucking textures on their face. This shit is getting perfect scores, and nobody that I know that played the game actually liked the motherfucker. So how does this work?
I think what's probably most insulting about it, it's not even about the game to me. Like, oh, a game got a low score. I don't think that's what it is for me. What I think about every time, like I hear about, oh, I played 10% of the game. Oh, I didn't even beat the game. You know what I think about? I think about like, listen, I know a bunch of people in this community who would love to have the job of reviewing a game, getting paid for it, and they would like actually do the job to the fullest. That's what I think about. Like, who cares about the game, bro? But there's literal people who would love to be in your position, and you're just like taking it like, you're half-assing it. That's my thing.
I guess Philip Mushin shouldn't have been fired for IGN for stealing that review of Dead Cells, right? Well, who cares? It doesn't matter. He didn't play the game. He stole a nigga review off YouTube, but it doesn't matter according to y'all. We're not supposed to listen to it and respect it anyway. BG was gonna review the Batman. Why should he review the game? Why should he review the movie if it don't fucking matter? Y'all unsubscribe right now from everybody in the community that you watch. You don't respect opinions, all right? Get off the fucking internet, all right? I don't want to hear shit from y'all. Because y'all don't respect shit, right? It don't none of this shit matter, man. Go kill yourself. How about that?
Damn.
Go kill yourself. Yeah, do that.
I mean, people was mad about that S&T5 review of IGN. People were making a fuss about that, so they know what type of time they on. They care about reviews. Y'all gotta stop fronting.
They care when it's important. They was fucking clapping their ass when the other sheet got a 97. Right or wrong? These niggas is jokes out here, bro. That's why I can't stand this. I cannot stand this community, bro. It needs to be the same nigga screaming. Keep that same energy. Bitch, your energy was off at the beginning, bro. It's been off with y'all niggas.
Now, this is what I can't stand when a reviewer comes out like, oh, you expect me to beat this game in 2 weeks? Yes, man.
Yeah, exactly, nigga. Yes. You're paid on time, don't it, nigga? The fuck?
Jack,
Yeah,
can you get?
that's another thing. Why don't more people have like impressions when they haven't finished their reviews? Because I saw Game Informer hasn't even dropped the review for GT7 yet because they haven't gotten far enough where they feel like they can review the game.
Yeah,
being first is super important when it pertains to things like this.
Very.
So
yeah,
It is.
yeah,
It's very yeah.
Well, you got to do the work in the background to be the first, though, right? Like,
But I'm just saying, if you got 2 weeks to play a game and they say, hey, just go play this game. Yeah, you'll have your lunch breaks, you'll have your little meet, whoop-de-doo, right? This woman told me, oh, you expect me to work all 40 hours out of a 40 hour? No, I ain't saying that. But damn it, I beat Horizon and Platinum that bitch in 67 hours, so shit.
Yeah. Jack, can you get the super chats ready, by the way?
They don't matter, BG. Nobody cares. Why y'all sending super chats? They don't
Get
matter,
get the super chats ready. By the way, you know
y'all niggas opinion. Fuck.
You know who, and I'm gonna read what B Staples said in a second, but you know who I really don't trust in this is no shade, but like I don't trust reviews. I mean, I don't trust reviews from anybody I don't know, like I said, but who I especially don't trust is people who pretty much make YouTube videos for a living. I can't. I don't feel like I could trust you because their views and money is predicated on being the first out. Like there are some people that are really excited to get their review out for a game, and they're a little bit too excited, right? And it's like I don't really feel like you played this game that much.
Names, BG.
No, y'all know who I'm talking about. Hey, I'm not. See, I'm not in that. I ain't calling no names, but there are certain people around here. There are certain people around here who definitely are just like gung ho. You know, I can't wait for you to listen to my review, and I know you, but you know they played the bare minimum of the game. You just know they played the bare minimum.
Say it again for me, Jazzy.
Dreamcast Live. Freddy Cougar ass motherfucker.
Oh man,
listen. Why y'all attacking my man?
Listen, Dreamcast guy is a nice person. I didn't say any names. That's Jazzy Jefferson. Dreamcast. If you want to pull up on him, you know, I'm sure his Twitter is Jazzy Jefferson. Same thing. You can pull up on that guy. I'm just speaking in general. Okay,
that's great.
I'm speaking in general, bro. Let me read Let me read B Staples super chat first. He said, y'all got to keep the same energy the other way, though. There's sites like PS Lifestyle that give every Sony game a 95 or 100. Get them out, too. I don't listen to them niggas either.
Get them out of there. What the fuck?
I don't listen
to your name is related to the brand that you're
exactly
trying to do the game for. I don't care.
I'm not listening to them.
I think Push Square did some finesse. I feel like Push Square don't even like PlayStation for it.
No.
Yeah, they don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Ever since like the Jim Ryan era, they've kind of like switched up on PlayStation.
Oh, that's when. All right, I fuck with them.
Yeah, like if you got the brand in your name, yeah, like the nobody should take you serious. You know off rip you got the Xbox this, the PlayStation that, and they'll give a game it ain't a 10 out of 10, a 10 out of 10. So off top you skipping that.
I would rather see something like that than a fucking gender neutral site. Now I don't even know what you would call it. Stabbier. I don't know what the fuck they don't identify.
Platform agnostic, sir.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So when I see that, I'm thinking, okay, upstanding citizens, they're gonna give a fair review. Then you go and see bullshit. It's like, damn, bro.
You want to know the?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nah,
the real solution would just be to have the reviewers pay for their game. Then you would get like an honest review.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna even be mad. They're gonna be more mad than that, bro.
Yeah.
Every game getting a bad review.
The problem is simple though. We have journalists that are coming into the gaming space trying to write about games that they don't really care about, instead of gamers being journalists in the first place.
A lot of journalists aren't gamers.
You know what they should do though? Honestly, this is what you have reviewers pay for the game, but no, like the privilege is allowing anybody who wants to review the game like have the ability to buy the game early. Like when you're ready to send out the games during the preview period, it should be something in your little digital store like reviewer access. Click on that, buy the game, Call it a day.
Pay extra. I agree with this. Games are doing that now with digital deluxe editions. You can get Ghostwire Tokyo like 3 days early if you want. If you pay $10 extra. Honestly, they should make it 2 weeks early, the same time as the journalists. Hey,
what's crazy is they already do that with games. Like if they wanted to, they can give you a code that already has access to the game, a digital code, and you can play that game right there. They just choosing not to.
And added on to what you said about journalists taking over the industry, Hardhead, fanboys have taken over more than ever, it seems. So
yes, that's why I hate G4, dog. G4 is awful.
Oh yeah, that shit is trash now. God damn. I used to love G4, bro. That shit is garbage.
Is it really that bad?
Now it is bad. They hired a lot of like dick eaters. I don't know.
Well, like this one chick who literally said PlayStation was dead this year.
Yeah, the same chick that was up there trying to talk shit about GT7.
That broad is really stupid. Like, she is stupid, dog. Like,
absolutely.
He was already tweeting about GT7, talking about she don't know how this game got 9s and 10s.
Well, I mean, never mind. I mean, it was good.
Man.
It's good.
But she was saying gaming has evolved too much for that game to get a high score.
Her problem was that the game wasn't fast enough for her.
I guess I have a question then. Since the reviewers that did Elden Ring are primarily Souls players, shouldn't that be the same thing for GT7? Like the same type of like people that like those racing games, or
you would think they would try to find somebody that like racing games to review them.
Now,
I know Game Informer did. Game Informer definitely got a GT vet on theirs.
Okay,
he's taking his sweet time.
Luke Riley with IGN actually plays a lot of Sims, so when they said he was doing it, I was like, okay, I can actually trust this somewhat now instead of being like destined.
Didn't he get the game early? Say he was gonna review it and never said nothing about the game ever again.
Yeah, because he handed it off to Luke Riley, and it was like, okay, if you give it to Luke, I feel better. But if you would have reviewed that shit, oh hell no, I can't trust the word you say, sir. And then it was like the damn reviewers that gave the game a 6 out of 10. You click on their video, 5 seconds into the video, they already crashing and got every damn assist on. I was like, nope, clicking off. You ain't no. I'm good.
Justin Legary's a meathead.
Got the driver line on and everything.
I remember, bro. I remember when I said something about Justin Legary. He has me blocked now. He really tried to play the victim card because I said one thing to him, right? And then he said people in the thread were threatening him, right? I went through the thread. I'm like, what is this man talking about, right? There was one person. It was like 100 comments or something. There was one person who says he has a punchable face. This nigga ran and said, they're threatening me. I'm like, what? This nigga, yo, this man wild, bro.
He done lost it.
He really tried to play the victim card like that.
Hey Jack, why you send the webcam bots up there, brother? What you been doing on that laptop there?
Hey, that made my people, man. That made my people.
Hey Jack, read them super chats, bro.
I need that review code from them though. All right, let me see here. Where we going? Super chats. Not that any of this matters, but we have Viewmaster 617. He says, as good as the Batman and the Dark Knight was, no scene has yet to beat the warehouse scene in Batman versus. There you go.
Martha.
We got Rico Flair 92. That's my guy right there. He said, y'all going to admit that UK physical sales can't be trusted to gauge sales on each console now? Elden Ring total sales showed 40% of PlayStation, 30% to Xbox, and 30% to PC split. 84% of all sales on Xbox were digital versus PS5's 50%. All right. Got Blessed 011. He said Babylon's fall short. Absolutely. We got Yulong T Gaming. He said, would like to see WWP streaming playing Halo Infinite co-op. Oh, there y'all go. Y'all gonna do that?
Whenever it
We
comes.
need Jack on that.
Absolutely not. We got Tony Esquire. He said 2 back-to-back donations. He said, yo, Jack Move, my God, didn't I tell you to be easy on Microvision's Activision Blizzard acquisition? Microsoft are the Dallas Cowboys of gaming, spending all that money, still last place. Jesus. Then he said, hey, Kid Smoove, are you going to watch this year's Sony Invitational, Game of the Year award show? GT7
He called it a Sony Invitational.
And an out-of-shape Aloy did to Halo what Abby did to Joel. Laughing emoji. Sheesh. What you think, Smoove?
What we gonna be? we gonna watch another Horizon Forbidden Awards?
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Mm.
Horizon not winning this year. I'm sorry. FromSoft
Yeah.
coming to claim another victory, dog.
We got Jazzy Jefferson. He said, "No surprise, a Nintendo fan looked down on games going on sale. Mental illness." Hey Jay, you talking about your man Blandrew? You in here with him right now? Why you say that, bro?
Hey man, when he was talking about sales earlier for Horizon Zero Dawn, that's why.
Ain't you his right
No,
hand
I-
man? Didn't he call you in here? You gonna talk about him?
You see how he always hits me with the Et2 Brute every time I bring him in here, Jack?
I'm saying though. What's good, Jazzy?
Why'd you come back from taking the shit?
What have you been?
Been back for an hour, man. You thought you been dookie this whole time? Well, they some chicken Alfredo. All right, we got Buzz 27. He says Horizon Zero Dawn came out in 2017 when the PS4 had more than 60 million sold. Breath of the Wild came out as a launch game for the Switch. How was that comparable? BG? Okay, BG.
What's his point? What's his point?
He said it was a larger install base versus a smaller.
Bro, okay, but what about right now?
You know.
What about what about right now? Legend is how many Switches are sold right now?
Over at least 100 million.
You know,
okay.
It had a bigger install. It was more copies of Switch Zelda sold than actual Switches at one point. That was
ain't Breath of the Wild also on Wii U?
Yes, it is.
Stop this.
It came out the same day as the Wii U.
Okay, so once again, we're talking about right now. Breath of the Wild is at 25 million. Horizon is at 20 million.
Well, I guess BG, the Wii U didn't have an install base, so
that's true. All right, we got Jazzy Jefferson again. He said Blandrew left church to throw turds at his pastor. I hear he go again. Hey yo, what's wrong with this dude, Jazzy, man? Boy, double back on it. Huh?
I was worried about him, man.
You said you accused him of throwing dookie though. Anyway, we got Jay Perez. He said, "Saw the Batman. I thought it was great. What did y'all think? Always enjoy the podcast." Yes, sir.
After dark, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. I got a question about that movie too.
All right, we got Blaze 4K with 2 back-to-back donations. He said, "Y'all some corny trash bags at Souls. Y'all ass." Then he said, "Bro, I beat the game at level 84, laughing my ass off."
That's the Addict and Smoove right there.
We got Shot Red 555. He said, "Kid Smoove prison strategy. Get behind me, bro." Wow. we got Blackout Y2K. He said, "Just showing love. Support these brothers on Patreon." Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. Shot Red 555 again. He said, "Kid Smoove is the Souls Hercule Satan from DBZ." Oh wow. We got Sean Sanders. He said, "Never do dirt with Addict. He will snitch voluntarily." Absolutely. We got Roadrunner. Addict beat the final boss of Sekiro for Smoove. Oh my goodness. Smoove, is that true?
No.
All right. We got Vino Uzumaki. He said, "Do y'all plan on ever going to E3 again, or that's dead?"
E3 itself is dead.
Yeah, I think E3 dead, my guy.
E3 is around this year, right? People have been telling me that it's still here, but you guys tell me it got canceled or something.
I thought it did get canceled.
Physical and it's canceled in physical, yeah.
But the digital event is still going on, right?
They say it possibly might not be digital either. They might cancel altogether, but we don't know yet. They haven't said anything.
Okay.
All right, we got Keel Lutz. He said, "Us GT fans are quiet and chill people. It sucks that people hate on a game that bores them anyway." There you go.
Ah, that's my guy right there. He a GT player. Me and him been talking about it all week.
Got Mike. He said, "Y'all being way too lenient with the microtransactions. Sony's hiding the GT7 microtransactions from the review period. It's shady as hell, and they need to be called out."
So real quick, people want to know. They said Forza got called out for microtransactions. Wait, was it? Yeah, it was Forza Horizon, and they say that the same energy ain't being given to Gran Turismo.
Yeah, Forza 7 got called out, not Horizon.
Because it's Sony, that's why.
You want to know something? If anybody paid attention to that state of play, it was right there in the state of play multiple times. Hey, top up your credits. Literally had the tab like you would see in game right now in the state of play, but nobody caught that. And again,
just real quick. Go ahead.
And again, everybody wants to make this big fuss. It was in GT6. Did y'all have that same energy when GT6 dropped?
Yo,
Or is it now all of a sudden the
just
fast
because
thing to do?
just because it was in a previous game doesn't make it right that it's in this one. You know what I mean?
But look, that's what I was about to say. Like,
Yeah,
just as an experiment,
it sucks.
I
Either
bought
way.
the $90 edition, whatever the hell it costed, and obviously it came with an extra $1 million. But just as an experiment, they separate your paid money from your free money, and they always use your free money first. I'm seeing just how far I can get with the free money, and I haven't come even close to touching the paid money yet. And I'm about to finish my last license test, and I got like 2 more circuits to unlock. So, like I said, you can beat this game without ever spending a dime. If you ever want a car, you could get that car if you put in the work.
Like, just for reference, I can go to my profile right now and I can tell you a detailed breakdown of how much I've earned since I played this. As of right now, total credits acquired 4,705,846.
Yeah, I've earned 4 million credits too.
How much is a car? Like the average car? Like
the average car.
They reflect real life prices, BG.
Oh, okay.
So like
Really?
there's like a bunch of older cars that cost like $6 million and shit like that. Or if you want
that's not real world.
cars do be costing like $6 million.
Look, here's the thing that people are, those $20 million cars aren't really the cars that a lot of people race. Those are the cars that you just add for the collection.
Yo,
Just
so
to
how
get
much?
the collection points off of.
So how much is a Mach 4 Supra?
I'll tell you
Mark
right now.
4 Super.
I'll let them keep reading the super chats. I'll tell you right now just how much it costs.
Jack, you want to finish?
We got B Staples. He says, surprise y'all ain't talk about Elden Ring outselling Horizon Forbidden West by 2.5 times in the UK. Or the Horizon and Ubisoft dev hating on Elden Ring on Twitter.
I believe I mentioned the 2.5, but I saw the people said they were hating, but I didn't see the comment as hating. I don't know, because I think he said he just wasn't impressed by the level design or something like that.
The quest design. He said he wanted.
Yeah, he said the quest design. I think people put a little bit more sauce on it. I'm like, is that hating? I don't know. He said he just didn't like.
It is kind of rare for a dev to go at a fellow dev like that, though. Out of nowhere. Like, usually they just keep the shit to themselves. Like, that's kind of some hate. That's kind of some hate.
I mean, he was a lowly like what? Probably like, I don't know, shrub designer. I don't know what his position was, but he wasn't nobody high up there.
I gotta assume he made quests. I gotta assume he one of the people that worked.
I don't know, but that also wasn't in the news. I only saw like it being passed around on Twitter. I didn't really see it nowhere on the news and nothing like that. So, in like articles. So,
all right. So that question
there's
about
6 versions of the Mark IV Super.
Huh?
There's 6 versions of the Mark IV Super in the game.
Yeah. But I was gonna say with mine, I don't have anything in the used market, but I can give you a good roundabout of a Lancer, a 99 Lancer Evo 6 GSR TM is 162,000.
Yeah, that's not real. That's not real.
The Mark IV Super. It only cost 70,000.
Yeah, that's
the 2019 version.
2019? That's not a Mach 4. Mach 4. They stopped making a Mach 4 in 2002.
You said this. Oh, you're talking about the old Super.
Yeah, that's why I went to the used market because like what's happening is
I don't even know if it's in the game. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. They do give you one.
Probably,
the game.
Probably later on, right? That's fine. I mean,
but the thing is, the used market is actually limited because they'll have cars actually run out of stock, pretty much.
Yeah.
I saw the.
So the price.
I don't remember what the fuck I saw it.
Super chats.
Yeah. Was that the last super chat, Jack?
No.
Okay.
We got B Arsenal. He says, having to relearn and calibrate my wheel from Forza, support for wheels is better on Gran Turismo. Forza is arcade and for controllers. 2 completely different games. We got to kill Loops again. He says, you can't watch simulation games on YouTube to formulate an opinion on simulation. Shaking my head.
Yeah, okay.
We got B Arsenal again. He says, "Who's worried about visual comparisons while racing?" We got Nigiri. He says, "Question for the panel: Who's the bigger PlayStation fanboy, BG or Jack Move?"
Ooh,
I'm a fan of quality.
Nowadays, definitely BG.
Yeah, it's been BG for a little while.
I'm a fan of quality.
Yeah, okay, BG.
The people have answered BG.
I'm a fan of quality. Do y'all shame people? Okay, do y'all shame people for liking, the brand of best TVs? Like when someone buys a C1, do y'all knock them for that? Y'all say they buying quality, right?
What's wrong with being called a fanboy though, BG?
Yeah, the best brand of TV is the one I could pay for. I don't care about.
Is it? I don't go by that in life.
I don't
go.
Wait a minute.
You're about to get a Westinghouse out here.
But by your logic, somebody could just go in the store and buy any Samsung TV, and it don't have to be a C1. They just automatically bought it because it's the quality.
Well, I would listen. I would the bargain bin Samsung models, right? I would definitely buy a bargain bin Samsung model over a Vizio or a Westinghouse.
Samsung not the best TVs no more though.
Low end, but
LG and Sony the best TVs.
Okay, but what are you buying? Are you buying a Samsung or a Westinghouse or a Vizio? If you had the choice,
I'll get a
I got
TV.
Yeah, I got to look at the stats on that. Yeah, see,
but I'm talking about on the lower end.
You just can't go off name recognition no more though either.
Listen, I'm going to the Samsung.
Cause they got TCLs and they got some nice ass budget TVs now, yo.
I got the C. My point is quality. Okay, you just said it yourself. You're going on based on the specs.
Hey man,
quality. Okay, and PlayStation has the best quality games. Which okay, so
hey man, just say you a fucking
y'all shaming me for wanting quality, and I don't appreciate that.
This nigga that started talking about TV, somebody else was
niggas is in here playing Gran Turismo, right? And they spending all this money trying to get the best cars for driving, doing all these tune-ups. Why, right? Because it's the best thing that you want to unlock. PlayStation has the best games. Stop shaming me.
That's a bad comparison.
Wait, DG put respect on GT?
This dude is insane.
That man know greatness.
No, you don't.
We only got one more super chat.
I just like good games, man. What y'all want me to play? Xbox? Does Xbox have the best games?
They
BG,
might.
It's okay, BG. It's okay, man.
I'm not upset. I'm just asking a question. Should I go play mostly on Xbox? Because look, if I suddenly start liking Xbox more, y'all gonna shit on me like, hey, why you playing all this dog shit games? That's what they gonna say, right?
Hold on, let's ask the question again. BG, are you a fanboy?
No, I'm just a big fan of PlayStation because they have quality.
There's nothing wrong with being a fan. We're not saying you're a zealot or an extreme.
I think a fanboy to me is just somebody who likes shit no matter what.
No,
and
I don't consider that a fanboy.
That's what I consider a fanboy.
No, you're talking about them extremists, them zealots, them dick eaters. You're not a dick eater.
I think if I was a fanboy, I would be buying Gran Turismo. And
I mean, you bought Drive Club.
That is also
I bought Drive Club and traded it in 3 days later, and I got like
you still purchased it.
And I got like a million views on that video.
I'm like that. Yeah, it popped up a few days ago on my feed.
Video.
Yeah,
hey, I'm with BG on this though because I didn't even buy Trash Rising, dog.
Wait, BG, before the PS5 even came out and before we saw the lineup, didn't you tell me you'd buy a PS5 before the major games even got here, waiting 3 to 4 years or something?
The major games were here day one.
No, I said before we saw the games.
We knew what games were coming.
Man, we beating around. BG a fanboy, y'all.
Yeah, we know what
games is coming. Oh, Blazer, didn't you buy like 3 Nintendo Switches?
I'm a fanboy.
Yeah,
this thing got one. You got 2 hands. This thing got 3 switches. I don't even do that.
Like, I respect what you just said, brother. Kid Smoove, are you a fanboy, Kid Smoove?
I'm a fan of quality.
Xbox fanboy.
I appreciate and respect that.
I'm a fan of quality.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate
it. It's an intervention? Y'all giving BG an intervention on being a fanboy. I am a fanboy.
I'm a fan of quality.
So you're a PlayStation fanboy. That's what we.
And it just happens to be on PlayStation. Hey, what do y'all?
We acknowledge it, man.
What y'all want me to do, man?
I'm Dirty Dan. His ass. You a fanboy, BG, like
Hey, I'm a fan of quality, bruh.
Okay.
Man, it's a strange world, man. Like this is like, you know, this is like being shamed for liking the girl that look good, man. Like, damn, what y'all mad at me for? It's crazy.
We got one more super chat. Tarek Ahmed finally, he says, Infinite Retro runs that site. I get it. I agree. There you go.
All right. Is that it?
Yeah, fanboy.
All right.
Wow.
I'm a quality enthusiast and advocate.
If that's what you want to call it, brother.
That's what I'm going with.
It's a much more complicated version of saying fanboy, but you know, whatever.
Quality. The minute I start hyping up some dog shit, I give y'all full permission to call me a fanboy.
Do you call your weed man a street pharmacist, BG? You one of them niggas, ain't you?
He's a street entrepreneur.
There you go. There you go. Absolutely.
Okay. You got to start giving people, you know, proper titles out here. Okay. Listen, if dudes can start calling themselves chicks, I could definitely be a quality enthusiast.
Oh, wow.
Just went all the way with
Speaking of which, you ever notice that this Stevivor logo it's got that transgender coloring going on?
What the hell is transgender? What is that color? I don't even know.
They have a flag.
Oh, they got. I didn't know that. There you go.
That's the color in the flag, Jack.
Oh, nice.
We
just got a new super chat.
Yeah, I see it. He's a superior. Can you explain why you hate Sly Cooper, BG? You said you're a fan of quality, and gee, I need my glasses. And the first 3 games by Sucker Punch are quality games, sir. Sly Cooper.
The fourth game good too. I like the fourth game as well.
Oh man.
Care to comment, brother?
Sly Cooper is y'all remember in 2 seasons when the Browns won like 1 game, they were like 1-32 or something.
They won 3 games, sir.
Oh, in 2 seasons, my bad. Yeah. Sly Cooper, they were kind of, it's like that franchise is kind of like the Browns.
Come on, bro.
Of platformers.
Now you just being disrespectful.
Like, okay, if we list off like the most prominent platformers, right? Where are we ranking Sly Cooper? Let's be real, bro.
For PlayStation,
we got Crash, Mario.
Sly is absolutely near the top for PlayStation platformers.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not.
It's top 5, easy.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not above. It's not above Crash. It's not above Jack and Daxter.
Crash is fucking garbage. What the hell?
Get out.
Oh, what's
Crash,
Gravity Rush? What about Gravity
Crash
Rush?
1 is garbage.
I don't consider Gravity Rush to be a platformer.
Oh shit. No.
It's not above Ratchet and Clank. It's bottom tier.
Platformer. Little Big Planet is a platformer.
Ratchet and Clank cool, man. It's more of an action game towards.
Now Ratchet and Clank. This nigga just like live stream like all the old Ratchet and Clanks.
It's a reason I never played the Ratchet and Clank games. I like Sly Cooper and Jack and Daxter more. That's why I'm playing them for the first time right now.
Nigga, you're playing as a raccoon, probably got rabies, and he's a kleptomaniac. He literally has a mental illness, and then you're playing with a quadriplegic turtle. How does a turtle have a wheelchair? What is this?
You'd rather play as a Lombax with no friends and family that befriended a robot that get more bitches and fame than him. That's what you'd rather play as, right? We can do this for all these games.
Sly Cooper literally has a mental illness, bro. He's a kleptomaniac. That's literally in the book of mental illnesses.
You got a mental illness. You should love it, fanboy.
Oh man.
Hey, this is crazy, man. Wrap the fucking podcast up, bro.
Kleptomania, the reoccurrent inability to resist urges to steal. Okay, he needs to get help. He needs treatment. Look, I'm on WebMD right now.
So you don't like Nathan Drake either, though, because this whole.
Yeah, I'm about to say you love Uncharted,
bro. Sly Cooper is literally Uncharted in animal form. Look at this.
Didn't Uncharted 4 happen because?
Let me tell you the plot of Sly Cooper. Right, Sly Cooper he's trying to live up to his ancestor's name with treasures that he collects. Now, who the fuck do that sound like? Nathan Drake. I rest my case. Okay, same shit. Facts.
Like I said, he needs therapy.
They was kleptomaniacs.
Bro, every game about Uncharted.
He needs therapy.
Ain't both for the second game. What ain't it? Honor Among Thieves, like, bro, it's the same shit, bro.
Damn, it says no cure exists, but treatment with talk therapy and medication and antidepressants. So Sly Cooper needs all that. This is taking a dark turn. Y'all have kids playing this as a raccoon that needs therapy?
Where the fuck did he use antidepressants? Were you playing? No. You weren't playing. You was hanging out with that raccoon at your fucking hotel room.
WebMD says Sly Cooper needs to be on antidepressants because that's the root cause of why he's stealing. We need to get to the root cause. Stop exposing kids to this game about a kleptomaniac rabid rodent.
This is crazy. I'm done.
This is the game y'all giving kids, huh? See, y'all gotta stay woke. Y'all gotta open y'all minds. This is what y'all feeding these kids? Putting this in their vision? Putting this in their mind?
And Sly had the glider before Zelda. Let's talk about it, Blanche. You remember that, right? The little glider?
They are brainwashing our kids to be thieves, degenerates, and losers.
Our kids? I thought you was against having kids.
Do not let your kids play this game. It is a blot on our society, and I stand against it.
Hey, next time a Sly come out, I don't want to hear you talk about it
right now. So feel like video game violence, guys, it's making our kids violent.
You know what's crazy about all this? If they come out with a new Sly Cooper game, BG is gonna love it. I guarantee.
Absolutely not.
He ain't gonna want to admit it though. He gonna love the game.
I won't buy it. I wouldn't know. I'm not playing it. I refuse to play a Sly Cooper game.
What if they make a Sly Cooper? You know they got mini games in the Sly Cooper games as a service. What we doing, BG?
Nah, dog. I'm not doing it.
You don't want to play no Bentley mini games online?
The only part that gets me is that BG would rather play Twisted Metal than all these games.
Absolutely.
Mental illness.
Twisted Metal is horrible.
No, it's not.
Twisted Metal was created by a nigga that didn't know how to shoot the wall in Metroid, but then he loved Elden Ring. What we really doing? What we talking about? Yeah, exactly. Move on.
Niggas about to take a Sly Cooper over Twisted Metal. Like, please stop this.
Absolutely.
Please stop this.
I definitely would. Absolutely.
Oh man.
Put that to a vote on Twitter, BG. I guarantee you people gonna pick Sly Cooper.
I'm definitely.
I hope Sly Cooper stays dead. There's been a bunch of rumors. I hope it stays dead. I hope y'all never get a crumb of that game again. Never.
I mean, but who would play a car game? I could just race a car for real.
Facts. Talk about it. That's BG logic though.
What do you mean? Like, if you get me a car with guns, nigga, I'll do it real life.
Doesn't everybody in Twisted Metal have mental illnesses?
Yes, they came from an insane asylum. Yes, all them niggas is
Oh yeah, it's a bunch of insane niggas dropping.
Yeah.
You know how retarded you got to be for a nigga. I'm gonna grant you 3 wishes if you go kill all the rest of these. Word? All right, cool. Like, what are we
Hey, listen. I take
his head on fire with a cigarette. You know.
Oh, nigga named Calypso talking about you granting wishes. Boy, you don't get your stupid ass.
Hold on, Blandrew. I ain't taking no slander from a nigga who supports a console where every game is about being a simp and saving some dumb princess who keeps getting captured by the same nigga over and over again. How about that? Okay.
You see how he sidestepped that, Jack? I'm not on that.
Simp.
He been hanging out at the Simp Black Bond.
Simp. The Nintendo is the console of teaching our boys how to be simps and not men. That's the problem. How many times we gonna save Peach? How many times we gonna save Zelda? And why are these hoes getting kidnapped by the same? What is Ganondorf? What is this nigga? Okay, whose man's is this?
Like, how many school of Black Bond sidestepping and got his bachelor's degree?
How many times they gonna get kidnapped by the same nigga? You know, at this point, I think they like it. I think they asking for it. I said it. They asking for it.
I have a theory that Peach is really Bowser nigga though. I mean, Peach is really with Bowser,
what's going on?
and Mario just kidnapping her.
I think.
What if they did that? Oh, that'd be a hot game if you find it out.
I really think Mario the side nigga, and he just be pulling up to.
Mario's a cuck.
That would be a fire plot in a Mario game.
That would be bad.
I mean, Bowser was trying to marry Peach in Mario Odyssey, so it's possible.
There you go.
But you turned down both of them at the end.
What a sucker!
Because he's trifling.
Let's be real.
No, I was gonna say my thing is Bowser got kids. Who the
BG
mama?
died. Go ahead, Jack. Move.
That's true.
I cut out.
That is true.
I was just gonna say, like, listen, Bowser Jr. just suddenly came out of nowhere, but somehow Princess Peach spent all this time with Bowser. Listen, man, I'm just putting two and two together.
So she having like demon turtle babies or whatever the fuck he
Right?
is?
You seen Bowser around any other women?
Not necessarily, no.
Hey, man, I'm just putting two and two together.
I think
But
Rosalina
Jack, put
is
it like
Peach's
this:
daughter.
Junior shows up, then you got his sister, then you got the other one, then you got the other. Like, bro, every time she get kidnapped, she get knocked up.
Hold on. What you said? Rosalina Peach's daughter? When the fuck that happened?
Yeah, I think she's like Luigi's and Peach's daughter. If you read like the lore in the Mario Galaxy.
Lore? If you what kind of lore? What lore does the Nintendo game have?
There is a storybook segment in Mario Galaxy that you can read where it shows you like Rosalina's background, her parents, and like where she came from. And
I didn't know that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
So Peach having kids with everybody except for Mario. That's crazy.
Damn shame.
I'm not gonna let you do that, Blanger. I'm not gonna let you.
We just smashed his brother, girl. Hey, no, that's some trifling shit. Hey, what's going on, bro?
I'm not gonna let you slide in this propaganda like Nintendo games have story and lore and narratives. You don't cut it out. You ain't slick.
You should definitely read up on Kirby lore. It's amazing.
Oh my god! Then he swallows everything. That's the only lore. That's it.
That boy throwing crazy.
No, Kirby's a goddamn maniac, dog.
Yeah, he's sucking off a dirty ass car. Fuck that.
Huh?
That's what they just showed.
It's time for After Dark. Why are we still here?
Yeah, mouthful mode. What the hell that is.
Mode, yeah.
It's time for After Dark. We gonna get out of here. Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to everybody that came through to talk about the card game, and yeah, we'll catch y'all next week, I guess.
BG, are you high right now?
No, why?
We should do no podcast next week. I ain't even got paid for last month. Yeah, hey, BG, what that Patreon there, bro?
It's only the 6th. Oh yeah,
tomorrow,
it is.
Yeah, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, it's the weekend.
All right, I'm just trying to make sure, man.
Well, nah, you want more money to buy some glizzies at the movie theater. You a serial killer, Jack.
Nigga, have you seen the price of hot dogs at the movie? You damn right I need some more money, nigga. I'm struggling.
Like what? Stop buying hot dogs at the movie theater. Like stop buying hot dogs, period.
Let me say something too. I have inspired people to start eating glizzies at the movie.
Oh
I've
my
had
God,
3
bruh.
people say, Jack Moo, I went to the movies, I ate a hot dog off your recommendation. Delicious.
You're a demon.
Okay?
You're a demon. You must be
But
stopped.
Y'all stop putting ketchup on y'all hot dogs. Okay? Y'all stop being disgusting. Right?
Stop eating, bro. Hot dogs at the movie theater has to be the most demonic and like degenerate thing I've ever seen.
They're easy to transport. You ain't got to worry about spinning it like popcorn or nacho cheese. You just carry it in your hands, and it's a great time, everybody.
But how you spell a nacho cheese? They don't put the cheese on the nachos when they give it to you.
No, I'm just saying it's easier to transport. Some niggas out there clumsy. What you say, Stealth?
No, what I'm saying, you gotta eat it in the dark, bro. Like,
That's what I'm saying. You know how dangerous that is? You putting that long old glizzy down your throat in the dark, can't even see what you doing.
What's wrong with y'all motor skills? You can't got a hot dog.
Jack got a lot of practice, dog. What you talking about?
Let me find out BG putting hot dogs in his eyeballs at the movie theater. This shit is crazy.
Yeah, I'm not putting. I ain't eating that. I ain't buying that. I don't even like hot dogs.
You're a loser.
Jack been practicing devouring glizzies for years, dog.
I know you trying to be what I meant, hardhead, man. Tell him hardhead.
Yeah, dog. You could throw them wieners.
Yes, sir.
Roxas said that man Jack the glizzy gulper. Like what?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're insane for that, bruh. That's a bottom tier movie snack. I can't believe they even allow that.
You are insane, sir. You are insane.
Okay.
If my movie got a grill, they be cooking up all the time hamburgers and pizzas. I'm like, let me get 2 glizzies.
Oh, you go to Studio Movie Grill?
No, we ain't got that. We got some other theaters, but no, they got a grill and all that. I am gonna get them spicy shrimp next time I go. I might need those. I might switch it up.
I'm not trusting no seafood at a movie theater.
Yeah, me neither.
Why not, bro? They got the buffalo shrimp, man.
No. All right, nigga, when you shitting out your mouth, I don't want to hear nothing.
Movie theaters be having rats and roaches, dog. I'm not.
No. You just made a good point. I might end up like Blanger in that motherfucker. Like, I can't be taking. The movies cost too much money to watch. I ain't taking no breaks. It's crazy.
Hey, man, we going to After Dark. We'll catch y'all next week, I guess.
Ooh. Oh, straight in After Dark? Okay.
Hold on, BG got to drag us down.
right? Plenty of tried and plenty of failed. You can run and hide, but you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Name another squad that wanna test it, I'm beating them still. Bye. No, you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Right. I know my bro king got me, see that's a black bond that can't be broken. No Idris Alba, I'm a black bond, aiming a scope and all black panel, you can never try playing us token. Yeah, we playing games, but now one of us playing or joking. Not at all. Oh wait, then Jack Move came in with the trophies, God in a lane of its own, like how can you gamers approach me? Tell kids move to body you in Halo, then send your family an angel emoji. You should've known, dog, you ain't got enough Series X's. Blind got all the answers, no, you ain't gotta ask Siri questions. All the latest gaming news gotta be here to check it. Since 2015 and beyond, I'm just here to respect it. When you at the top of your tier, it's a blessing. From the bottom, so no way we appear to be desperate. This for anybody doubting, I'm clearing a message. And if you ever had a problem, I'm here to correct. Plenty of fail. You can run and hide, but you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Name another squad that wanna test it, I'm beating them still. No, you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Right. I know what it is, man. Weapon Will Podcast, y'all know what we got in the building, man. We got BG. We got Kid Smoove, we got Jack Move, we got Black Bond, I mean. Blandrew, I mean, what you can't out strafe us, bro. Like, the strafe too strong.